I'm sorry. I had to. You know, what is a cold open?
No.
There you go, baby.
It's 5. So we got a 5-second cold open.
Special episode. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to this is a very special, milestone, monumentous. This episode gets multiple adjectives. You're fucking gonna interrupt me during the.
Yep,
How long
I
have we
did,
been
and
doing
it
the
was a
show?
bad interruption. So just keep going.
No, what were you gonna say?
I didn't think monumentous was a word.
No, welcome back to a very, very special, the first in-person episode of Anything But Politics. As always, my name is Jim Altman, and I'm here in person with...
Christian Rollman. What's up, everybody? My hands are so sweaty.
I think as recording continues, it's just going to get worse, so enjoy this visual while you can. Just take a moment to... That's the best you're going to get.
Do you remember episode 9, where...
It's
every
the
5 minutes,
first video episode?
Yeah, every 5 minutes I would lift my arm because the stain just kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger. We can't do that with this one because I got a black shirt.
What?
I guess it was planned.
A lot of things are planned. Speaking
things.
of that, fucking excellent segue. We got a lot of things planned. Let me go ahead and start out by saying, first off, apologies. Really bad timing regarding the fact that last week we missed our very first episode, which we still need to post about. At time of recording, we've not posted about that. Seth, oh, we did? I'm getting a thumbs up from Seth in the booth that we have, in fact, posted about it? I didn't see it. Awesome. We're good. We're so good at our jobs.
Hell yeah. What?
Hey, I don't pay you enough, man. But we did, in fact, miss our very first episode. We had some trouble getting some footage.
Sorry.
But we got everything taken care of, and that video will be shown at a later date. You're going to get it.
Promise.
It's gonna appear on YouTube as a little bonus episode. And I will... What is this? Oh my god, is this the post?
It's the post. No podcast today.
I love
with
you
alarms.
Guys. And hate you guys. You guys are rat bastards. I love you to death.
3 likes.
3 likes?
It's like triple what we usually get.
Yeah, we're popping up. Are you the one like we usually get?
I'm usually 1, and then I think Leah's 1.
Nice.
And then...
It depends if I see it. I'm never on Instagram.
And then it's just kind of a... Sometimes it's a bunch of different people be the other one.
But
that's cool. Good job.
We have planned other things, especially for today and today's episode in particular. I don't know which to mention first. Should it be the fact that y'all are about to get a lot of changes.
It's gonna be great.
This sad music time is the last episode ever. We've had a falling out.
That's why we're sitting so far away, is I hate this guy.
We've had a career talk.
Yeah.
We had to meet in person to say I never want to see you again.
Yeah, it's over.
No, this is the last episode for a while. There's literally going to be a 1-month break, or a 1 month's worth of videos. There's a 4 video break. 4 Wednesdays will pass. And I think, in terms of what I have so far planned, if this changes, we'll let you know. I think the first Wednesday in August is when this is getting posted, and we will be back September 8th. I think that is the case.
That sounds right.
Sounds right to me. But we will be leaving for 1 month's worth of episodes and coming back with season 2 with revamped just everything. We won't let everything out now. We'll keep some secrets as to what you will expect with season 2, but there will be a lot of new things with season 2. That's going to be fun. Yeah. And as that makes this our season finale, we have a lot planned for today that you will see.
Yeah.
After we roll the tape.
Dear God.
Let's roll the tape.
Let's roll the tape.
Welcome back, everybody.
Hello, everybody. This is Jim and Christian.
And you're listening to Anything But Politics.
Fuck yeah!
Oh, you didn't tell me we were...
Oh,
I fucked it.
Say fuck yeah at the
Fuck yeah!
Fuck yeah! You got it.
We have to go home.
4 hours spent setting up. In the first 5 minutes, we're like, this isn't working out.
Oh my gosh. We're going to be, during the month break, they will have known that. That's the thing, is that, like, we're going to post this. Hey, a whole lot went into what you're seeing right now. And we'll explain more of that later. But part of what went into what you're watching right now is 4 hours of preparation, getting here, and being like, okay, we'll record it. When were we planning on recording? I'm looking at my producer. We have a producer now.
Yeah,
I'm looking at my producer. Yo, what's up? When were we supposed to start doing this?
I told you guys 12. I planned for 3, and we started at
4?
4. Yeah, 4.
Okay, so
You weren't that far
an
off.
hour late. We were technically an hour late, but we spent 4 hours being ready for that to happen. Theoretically, we could have started at 12. We would have been way ahead of schedule.
So far ahead.
So 4. We're recording now, and we have guests. This is a very special episode,
Yeah.
and I'm ready because as this is the season finale, you'll get a lot of the behind the scenes of what it took to get here over the next month. We will be posting during that month-long break. You just won't get podcast episodes.
Yeah, it won't be a dead month.
Yeah.
You still get classic Jim and Christian content.
There will be social media posts. There's going to be
Oh, yeah.
teasers as to what the next season will entail and what we're kind of going to get with that. But because that makes today the season finale, we have a lot planned. And let's go ahead and get everybody on.
Woo!
Let's
Bring him to the stage. Yeah!
Fuck yeah!
Get over here.
Welcoming to the set.
You're in the
'cause we have
middle.
a set.
Seth, you're next to me.
This is going to be Seth, our editor. This is going to be Leah, appearing for the first time as Christian's fiance.
Hey.
Last time you appeared on the show, you were the girlfriend.
I've leveled up, and I don't do anything for the podcast. So
You survived to the 4 hours. That was your gauntlet.
There you go.
I will be running errands later.
You're getting the lunch. You are the most valuable member of the team right now.
Trust me when I say you're the only one I actually want here right now.
I hope that's not true.
And then, of course, my lovely wife, Mimi, who did
First
the
guest.
logo.
First guest on the podcast.
Also first
I
guest.
was the first guest.
You're the easiest guest to have on. You're always in the
It's
room
true.
when we record.
Should I be the last guest? The first and
We
the
gotta time
last.
it
I don't like to think of the last episode. I think I'm gonna. I think the Game Grumps have come out and saying that like, Aaron Hansen does not think at any point that he's gonna stop doing that show.
Good.
He's like, I think I'm gonna die on camera.
Good.
I feel the same way. Whether it's this show or any show, I think I'm gonna die making something.
It'll be really cute though, like
When I die?
if you no, like when we do the last episode to see how like big the crew's gotten.
Oh yeah, this is Sans Morgan.
Yep.
That is your girlfriend.
Correct.
Lovely person.
Social media manager.
Our social media manager.
She's the one who made the post this morning about.
Again, MVP.
She's doing her job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As she should be.
She's good at her job. We aren't.
She's great at her job.
So, Sans Morgan, this is the team. I don't want to leave anyone. Ty. Our
Ty.
Canadian
Ty.
friend who will be. I think we're cool saying it. He's going to be our. He's our TikTok guy. We've yet to
TikTok
launch
guy.
TikTok
TikTok
Ty.
highlights. We toyed with some stuff. We pull it back, and when we're ready, probably during this month-long break,
Yeah.
we'll come back and we'll be posting regular TikTok highlights from the last season. This is a celebration, so I'm gonna go ahead and do this now.
Oh God.
Oh boy.
This is gonna be delicious.
Do you want a rag?
It's still cold. It's not ice cold. It was on ice. We've had this on ice
Sure,
for 6 hours. It's been out of a fridge. A rag?
If this
In case you-
Put on
explodes,
top.
I'm gonna scream.
No, here's
it
the
will.
thing.
trick is you
Here's the thing.
twist.
I
Nice.
originally
Yep.
wanted champagne,
Mm-hmm.
and then ended up getting prosecco, which I'm not mad about. It's just that in terms of the differences, they're both sparkling wines. One's just made from the Champagne region of France, and the other's made in Italy, and that's prosecco. One of the key differences is that in terms of the explosion you talked about, champagne has like 4 to 6 atmospheres of pressure in the bottle. Prosecco only has like 2 to 4.
That
So you don't get the
sounds really impressive.
pop.
It'll hurt your eye. It just
Interesting.
won't pop it out.
I feel like with every bottle of prosecco I've ever drank from and opened is just
Really?
like gone into upper atmosphere.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah.
This is gonna
No,
be
it's
funny.
okay.
Have
Hey guys.
never
Hey guys.
experienced that with a champagne bottle.
Jim knows what
Even when I'll be like inching it so slowly and it'll take
Oh my
off.
God,
Do you
I'm gonna
twist the
poop my
bottle
pants.
as you-
No, it's
No, I
okay.
Oh.
the lightest little-
No, you.
am a limo driver.
Yep, he knows.
So he
And
knows.
I think I mentioned this story a couple episodes ago.
He sure did.
I said, essentially, that
I'm so scared.
no, it's okay.
Do you want to saber it?
No,
Okay.
He has eye protection.
We
I
should savor
don't.
it.
I'm so
I
scared.
don't know what y'all are scared of.
I would trust him so much. I would go stand in front of that, have him pointed at my dick, and then he
I'm
would
gonna
pop
watch
it
him
off.
knock over one of the cameras.
Yeah, why don't you point it towards the empty part of the room instead of towards
Come on.
Point it
your
at his
four
head.
friends?
Let me. Okay. I want you to know that I drove a husband and wife to be to their wedding day,
Cool.
and as they were in there, I watched 2 YouTube videos on how to do this,
So you're an expert.
and then they came out, and I fucking did it like a champ.
All right.
Cool.
Well,
So I
that's-
want you to know that I have experience with this.
All right.
You're gonna look
Prosecco.
out.
Don't look out. Don't look out.
Beautiful.
Wow!
Wow.
He did it!
Wow.
Holy shit!
I got paid way too much money that day.
Careful, it's gonna shatter if you
Are
clank
we
it too hard.
Are we what?
Are we gonna do the like take one down and pass,
Pass
it
all the
around?
way down.
Communion!
Not the
Love
color I thought it'd be.
I thought it was definitely gonna be a much more reddish color.
Yeah, same
Yeah.
here.
It's Prosecco.
What?
There you go.
Why did you think it was gonna be red?
we all passed.
Wine's never red, Christian. You're such a dumbass.
Oh, that's not it.
it is
You're fired from the show.
roughly half the time it is.
Red, yeah.
What?
Roughly half the time, wine is red.
Yeah.
God, that is
Thank you.
so good.
Did
and
you drink
so
it?
Disgusting. No, I didn't.
It's so
The
like
scent? Are you saying the scent is
It's
good and
so-
disgusting?
I'm not gonna lie. I tongued it. I just wanted to taste.
You tongued it.
We have it on film.
Yeah.
it's
There you
all right. Okay.
What are we talking about?
Nothing.
Can we do the
Anywho,
thing where we all like smash it?
You're supposed to smell it.
what, get a nose for it?
Maybe not like that.
Ugh.
You'll get bubbles up you.
Anywho, today...
So I really hope the mic picks up all the bubbles. Like
I think I could wrap my whole mouth around this thing.
I'll put it here for now.
Oh, that's gonna hurt my jaw.
I can get a little bit of
Are
the
you
bubbles.
toasting?
What?
What?
Nothing.
Nothing. Seth just said. I was like, what?
I don't know. I feel like toasting is an end of the episode thing.
Okay, never mind.
It's weird to walk in with a toast.
Why'd you pour the champagne there?
Because we're celebrating.
Okay.
Okay.
Are we gonna
So
toast
maybe-
after we drink?
If you cook bread just a little bit, but don't let it burn. It's
Some people like it burnt.
so fucking ashamed. He's having that moment, that sobering moment of I've chosen this man as my comedy partner. This is the guy I'm gonna do season 2 with. No, deadass from quarantine, videoless videos.
Mm-hmm.
This video. Sorry.
We still didn't post
We
on
didn't-
YouTube.
no,
YouTube
No, it
happened
was
once
just
video
audio.
started.
Yeah,
Audio
it was
only
just
From
podcast.
videoless episodes
Yep.
to shitty Discord calls,
Woo.
to being in the same room after a 4-year separation.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad we could get back together. I'm glad that this team could be assembled because y'all are fucking great at what you do.
You guys are
Actually,
ballers.
you've not gotten me those sandwiches yet, so I don't.
No idea.
I can't give
actually.
you, like, a
I could
progress
really
report.
Mess it up.
But like, you're a lovely person,
Okay.
and to the season and
To
the
the
show.
season.
To the season in the show.
To me getting paid.
Okay. Excellent.
We're drinking the whole thing.
You
No,
done it.
absolutely don't do that.
Jimmy.
Okay, cool. Because I'll throw up right here. Wow, delicious.
Actually,
It's still god awful.
I do want to go ahead and get something out of the way.
I'm
'Cause I feel like we'll be
surprised
referencing
at
it.
how cold it is, actually.
Right?
Had it on ice.
Yes, but then the ice wasn't ice for like
It is
2 hours.
surprisingly-
No, the last
chilled.
ice cube melted like maybe 30 minutes ago.
Mm-hmm.
Christian was shocked to see. He's like, "Is that an ice cube?" I
Well,
was
to
like,
be fair, it was
"Yes."
sitting on top of, so the other water wasn't helping it melt.
It's true.
It was sitting on top of glass.
Tomato, tomato.
Tomato, tomato.
It's fine. Put it down.
Anywho, I'll go ahead and say this now because I feel like I chugged sparkling.
I know. It's not a good idea.
Anywho, these are little glasses. It's a shot glass if you kind of squint. So
It's a little group.
I want to go ahead and mention this because I feel like we're going to reference it a couple times while we speak today. it has been 4 years since we have been together in person. And yesterday was actually the first time we got together. And a lot has changed in terms of what your illness does to you. Primarily 4 years ago, it was, hey, we need to stop the musical number. We need to kind of hold a moment. We're holding for Christian. He's going to cough a couple times. We're going to wait maybe like 4 minutes, and then we'll pick back up.
4 minutes of coughing.
Yeah. So that's what that was going to be. So...
Also, I would like to point out that not just that, I vividly remember the day he had to leave rehearsal because he coughed so hard he dislocated a rib. And
that happened all the time.
Yeah.
To the chiropractor, he was like, I'm just leaving rehearsal, and then came back. And we're like, yeah, I just went to the chiropractor, got my rib put back in. It's fine.
How do you
Everything's fine.
dislocate a rib?
It would pop out all the time. So it would pop out, and you could I could definitely feel it, and you could see it kind of like poking out, because it just undoes. I don't know what
Undoes.
It does. It just the rib undoes, and yeah, it happened all the time.
And so that's what I remember, like, oh man, Christian has this chronic illness, and this is what it does. Kind of puts him out of commission for a while.
That's it.
We meet up together yesterday, and tell you what, only side effect of your illness that I can think, if I had to name it, just has to tear ass every now and again. Just every now and again, just has to rip absolute cheeks. Just
Every now and again, being like 3 minutes.
Constantly.
At minimum.
and it does sneak up on you.
Oh,
It is
yeah.
very much a I need to exit the. You do vacate the premises. You do. You of a courtesy to others.
It's very polite.
It's very polite.
I try.
You leave
Yeah.
and you come back
Yes.
and you're like, hey guys, it was.
1 moment.
and then it's another exit. So you don't have any qualms with this because you do decide to leave. That's great. And your polite excuse for leaving the room has been thus far, hey, gotta go call my
I
dad.
need to go call my dad really quick.
Every 5 minutes.
I've called my dad, to those who didn't know, I've called my dad 20 times. He must really like calling his dad.
I'm so happy their relationship is as good as it is.
Yeah.
I'm so happy they're kicking it. It's a good father-son
Great
relationship.
father-son relationship. Yeah.
I mean, you start thinking man, I never call my dad. You just oftentimes will leave the room, and so this has become. That's what it's devolved into. Is
Calling my dad.
Is you have not yet called your father.
I haven't called my dad much today. I called my dad when we were riding in the car on the way over here, but I haven't called my dad since.
I'm sorry, Leah.
Hey, there are windows in a car.
That's true.
It's fine. I'm also just it takes a lot of getting used to.
Yeah.
And I'm used to it.
Yeah.
You're
a brave soul.
You all are not.
I don't think I called my dad once while we were 4 years ago.
Yeah, really?
You never
That
did
wasn't-
at rehearsal.
I didn't do it at rehearsal. I
But
would maybe go to the
you would still BTS behind the scenes. You'd
behind
still
the scenes,
rip
of
cheeks.
course. I would rip.
You'd still shatter windows.
Yeah.
Okay, because it's not just he's not leaving the room to be polite because he doesn't want to disrupt the. But it's the I've been told the toxicity of the rip.
Yeah. Oh no, it's not a sound thing.
It is a mustard gas situation.
Yeah, and it doesn't go
It's a
away
hit
for
the deck, cover your
long
mouth with cloth, crawl out of there. It's that bad.
Yeah, it's really bad.
I don't know this because
You don't?
you've been ever so courteous, but as of yet, on set,
No,
you've not.
No dad calling today.
If this needs to occur at any given moment, y'all will know what's up. And if because I figured just at multiple times we'll be
We're
making
gonna.
jokes about this.
Yeah.
I wanted y'all to know.
They need to know.
They need to know. But to the meat of the episode, and to what today is all about, is we have brought on our loved ones and members of the team to
I'm not a loved one.
You're so loved.
Our loved ones and
the
Seth.
Venn diagram
You're the
of
most
loved ones
loved
and
out of
members
all
of
of
the
us.
team.
Seth is the most beloved out of all of us.
Seth, we've determined, we know for a fact you do the most work.
I just came for the wine.
in terms of time put in each week,
True.
you do put in the most time. Christian and I combined have you beat? Probably.
It's
Do you
so
spend
easy.
more
You
than
could say
2
it's
hours?
my podcast,
Do you-
to be honest.
Honestly, with the amount of time, we could probably, we might legally have to put your like picture in the logo or something. But
We got plenty of.
We got pictures.
we got plenty of pictures. You're part of the set. We had to legally. There's some ramifications.
You got to make up for how much I'm not in the episodes.
Wait, before, because you wanted to say it just now. I saw in your face what you wanted to say this all looks like.
Because it just looks like if you take us out of it and we just did a shot
No,
of
if
the
you
set.
keep us in it, but take Seth out of it.
You keep us in it and take Seth out of it, it looks like this is a memorial for Seth. Like he died. And y'all are like, yes, this is Seth. This is what he made. This was his favorite book.
I really love cheese.
He just always loved cheese.
Loves cheese.
It looks like something you put out of
That's
you
why
put
we're
in
having
front of someone's
Prosecco.
locker.
course.
Some wine.
If you were to like just die on
Prosecco.
time, like let's talk right now. If you were just gonna like die in an untimely manner, would you want us to like pop some prosecco at your funeral?
Yeah, or
We'll have like charcuterie boards.
some Kim Crawford or
Some Kim Crawford.
Box wine.
that too works as well.
White Claw.
Will do.
Love me some White Claws.
I won't be there, but maybe in spirit.
So
Oh, my dad.
Tell your dad I said hey.
Yeah.
the meat of today and the meat of having all of us on is to it's in reflection. It's in what is it called? What am I looking for?
Retrospect?
Is it retro?
Retrospect.
Is it retrospect?
I don't know where you're going with this. So.
Yeah,
I don't
we
know what word
the
you're looking
context.
for.
Looking back.
Yeah.
In retrospect.
Reminiscing
Yeah.
Sure.
in reminiscence
In other synonyms.
in remembrance of our beloved Seth. We are here to gather his passing. For his passing. We're here to look at past episodes. Not actually, we don't have footage, but we can talk about it.
We have memories.
Sure, can't talk
Go on
about it. We have
YouTube right
memories.
now.
I heard that a lot of the tea, a lot of heat and passion, are regarding some of the earlier episodes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Before I was involved.
Okay.
Well, actually,
you
thought
say
that
no,
that.
that's
when you
wrong.
were
While I
involved.
was also involved.
I was about to say you
pissed
say
me off
that as
just
though
much.
if you were involved at the time, it wouldn't have happened. Like we would have said something
You're right.
different.
Yeah.
So what's good?
So no, I wanna. They have
Oh.
to compete here.
not
Your
my show.
beef is with what? Which episode?
There was a few.
What was your
Theater one,
Theater.
inside.
Theater,
Okay.
music,
Music.
Inside, by Bo Burnham.
Okay. Well, that was a much later episode.
Right.
So music and theater. What do you got heat about?
Mine is the theater episode. Mine
Okay.
is also I think it's episode 1.
Then
'cause
I think
remember-
we've got to. I think we've got to start proper. Let's talk about the first episode.
Christian lied, and I called him when I listened to the first episode. I was at the gym, and I remember listening to it and be like, he is a liar. Like, what are you doing?
Because you criticized me for lying in that episode. Within the first like minute and 30 seconds
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
that episode,
Oh, and-
I lied, but I let them know. I said, "Hey y'all, I lied."
Yeah.
And you said, "You fucking lied, bitch."
No, Christian lied
About what?
about liking you.
What?
Yeah, this is a truth. You are welcome to say your piece
I
afterwards,
know, I'm gonna let you.
and that's
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
So, I vividly remember.
If this turns into the roast session of Jim Altman, I swear to God.
no, it has nothing to do with you.
Yeah.
It has everything to do with
It has nothing to do with you. But, so, I remember, like, the week before auditions, Christian had heard somebody was coming in to do the Wizard of Oz.
Yes.
And he was like, oh, man, like, this guy's probably gonna get the role that I want. How lame.
Because
Very pessimistic point of view here.
no, because imagine getting somebody from a different state to come do your show, and they're like, tree number 3.
Yeah.
They had to put you in a lead.
No, that's my thing. I'm thinking about this from a different perspective of, did I deserve that fucking role? Because deadass,
Yes, you
I
did.
stayed at that director's house. I had
did.
nowhere in North Carolina to fucking sleep.
Yeah.
I was 17. I couldn't afford a hotel. I had a part-time job at Sonic.
Couldn't get a hotel
you
at
could-
17.
Yeah, couldn't get a hotel at
Yeah.
17. So I went there and I auditioned, and like that's where I slept overnight. And I just realized, like, years later, I think it was when we were filming the first episode, I had this afterthought of, you think she felt pressured to cast me as something pretty major? Because it would be kind of a dick move to be like, come audition for my show. And I think you're pretty good. Come audition.
Yeah.
What if I just... Thought experiment. What if I just fucking sucked at that audition?
No,
What
you
would she have
will.
done?
She.
Do you genuinely think she would invite me? I would blow it, and then she'd be like, I'm glad you came.
I think she would
Have a
sooner-
Diet Coke on your way out.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think she would sooner send you home before she like cast you as a crow or something.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you can't put them in.
Well, that was
the
the
background.
that was the glory of it, is that it was auditions, and then I had to go home because the show didn't start for another couple weeks.
Oh yeah, so just
So
hey,
like
don't
I had
come
to
back.
go home. Hey, don't come. She wouldn't have had to tell me don't come back. I think if I was not cast as a lead, when she came home that night, she said, "Hey, we already cast the leads. It's you as this and you as this."
Yeah.
Because two of us were there in that house.
There, yes, I was not.
I think if I hadn't gotten a lead, she wouldn't have entered the house with, "Hey, we casted the leads." She'd be like, "Well, we'll send an email out in a week.
Yeah.
Look for that."
Yeah, so you did earn it.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So Christian, on the other hand, was really upset about that because he really, really, really wanted to be the Scarecrow
So badly.
really badly. And I remember getting a lot of like angry texts and frustrated phone calls. We're like, "Oh my gosh, this guy, he's from out of town, and like I just don't understand why we had to bring other people in," and was like really like he did not want to be friends with you.
You had been there for how many years?
That was my 7th year.
That was your 7th year there, and
doing
it was
shows-
going to be your last
was
show.
gonna be my last
because you were
show.
aging out of that program.
Yeah, 7 years doing every single show in that program, and that was my last one.
So then it wasn't until you guys got pizza
That
and
was
you
it.
thought he was ODing that he called me afterwards.
I was like, this man, he's so unhappy with the role of Tin Man that he has decided to take his own by opening this pill bottle and just taking
In
9
front of
in front of
you.
me. In front of me. He was going to let me live with the guilt, is what he was going to
This
do.
is you.
And so, like, it wasn't until after that he called
Give me
me
Scarecrow.
and was like, "Hey, I
Let me have
actually
it."
kind of like Jim," and like wanted to be your friend
Yeah.
because he was finally over the prejudice. Of,
This was how long?
I don't know.
Not long. When did we have pizza?
Within, I think, the first week of doing the starting rehearsals. I
Right.
think within the first 5 days of rehearsal beginning.
Are you sure?
Almost sorry, because
Are you sure it wasn't before you left? I thought I
No
started
way.
to
Nope.
like him before he left.
Nope.
It is. Yes. If
I
you
only
might
ever saw you at auditions.
You also might think that he liked you because, like,
Oh, you
he
probably-
lied in your podcast.
I only saw you at the audition, and then I left the next morning to get home.
Yeah,
Then-
so he stewed on that
For
like
weeks.
upsetness, and then
weeks.
you came and was like, "Oh, I can't believe it! Like this isn't happening."
Yeah.
But it wasn't even like you.
It
Like,
wasn't about you.
About you
Yeah,
at
it
all.
was about the role. I've had that. I've had, you know this. They, you know, in
Beauty and the
in
Beast.
theater, it started in opera and it's moved into musical theater. Good guy, tenor. Bad guy, bass. Of course.
Always.
Protagonist, tenor.
Tenor.
You know, antagonist, bass.
Bass.
Not a lot of male leads. The good guy you root for have a low register.
It's true.
But you know what musical they wrote to where the lead would have a low voice?
Beauty and the Beast.
Beauty and the Beast. You know what they did? They cast a fucking tenor who was shorter than Lumiere.
And who also ate in costume.
Lame.
Who would
That's-
come?
that's
Who would?
the-
I don't know if we're putting this in,
straw.
but who would come out for warm ups in his just undies, just in his undies. He would come out to do
Spanx.
stretches and warm ups in just Spanx, and that was it.
Spandex, just
Really fucking hairy chest. He was a
really,
hairy,
you
hairy
could
man.
see everything.
His name is Dan Stevens. He's the love of my life.
No. We're talking about
Yeah, the production we did.
Okay, I was like.
I was gonna say because Dan Stevens is.
Yeah, I was
Dan
like,
Stevens
I
could get it,
swear
but
to
I mean,
He would get
aside.
the day of the
He
week.
leaves.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been in that position of someone got the role I wanted and I stewed over that. I'm not still stewing. I'm
Yeah.
kind of still stewing.
Well, he was also a bad person.
And I remember when you were getting ready to leave, and Christian was really sad because he was like, "Oh my gosh, I wish I would have liked him earlier because now we're really good friends, and I'm sad he has to leave."
I'm wanting to know the amount of time. If he said that to you, that means you had to have spent at least a week getting over the fact that you didn't like me.
It was more than a week. It would have been more than a week.
And you
We only knew
really-
each other a month.
From auditions to
No. I'm talking about since we actually started hanging out.
since
Day
we
one
started
rehearsal.
No, it was like day 2.
Yeah.
Vividly, I remember like so soon after, which is why I thought it was auditions, but it was so soon after, and I was like, "Ha, he's pretty cool."
So
Fuck
then,
him, like fuck him. He got my role, but he's pretty cool.
And what do you think now?
Fuck him. No, he's great.
so then on your podcast, you just flat out lied for like 30 minutes about how you liked Jim from the moment that you like met him.
I didn't say that on the podcast.
I swore on the podcast episode where
I
we
did.
introduced you said, "Yeah, I fucking hated
Hated you right at the beginning, but afterwards, it
Yeah.
was fine.
That sounds
You
right.
didn't really like though.
No, we can go
So-
back right now.
It wasn't as immediate. I think she's saying it's not as immediate a process as
It's
you're
like,
saying it is.
yeah,
That, like,
you
oh,
painted it in a very
Okay, that's
different
fair. As
light.
if, like,
as in,
I
like you
hated
got
you
over
for-
it in 3 hours.
Yeah, I
and you
hated you for
definitely
5
didn't.
minutes, and then I was like, he's fine.
Yeah, he's fine.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's my beef with episode 1,
That's
and I
fair.
just feel like the truth needs to be said.
If we're just spitting truths, I lie on this podcast every episode.
I lie so much because I think that's part of what. I mean, I don't want to like dissect it because you dissect it and it stops being funny.
Yeah.
That's what comedy is. It
Lying.
is fucking taking normal ass things and then just lying about them
Yeah.
to make them funny.
If you guys have ever been like, no way, that's true. Correct.
Guys, fucking, my name's
Yeah.
not Jim.
He's not lying. It is not Jim.
We're not even married.
There are cameras. Look. But both of you have beef with the theater episode.
Yeah. Before we move on, I think I'm starting to see a trend with like when you first meet any of like your close friends.
Yeah, no. I was
just
gonna
don't
say,
like
a
you.
lot of good friendships
Yeah.
start with hatred.
Agreed.
A lot of good friendships start with a momentary period of hatred.
Yeah.
Did you hate me when we met?
No, I thought you were cool.
I thought that
He had
Seth
an
hated
Adventure
me
Time
when he
shirt.
first met me.
Well, it can
Fucking
only
right.
go in one direction. It can only go in one direction. If both of you hate each other initially, a friendship will never form.
Yeah,
One
it's only
person
on one
has
side.
to pursue the relationship for the other to be like, "Oh, this guy ain't half bad."
It's true. Or you just have to be forced to
Valid.
be with that person. So like
Yeah,
school,
we were
theater.
forced to be together, me
Yeah.
and Seth, in terms of class scheduling.
Right.
But are you trying to tell me something right now? Because I'm not prepared to do this on this show right now.
What? What are you gonna say? What are you gonna say?
You think I actually enjoyed hanging out with you when
We had every single period in middle school together for like our entire 6th grade year. Every period we were in the same classroom for the entire schedule.
I think I liked you. It was just
Oh, I know very well that I
would
am.
never
I'm
get
good
in
doses.
trouble until we became friends.
You gotta get in trouble.
Of course.
You gotta.
At the time, I was like, this fucking moron keeps dragging me into all this bullshit.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun. We had ISS together.
we got
hell
got
yeah.
in school suspension one time.
Hell yeah.
Because I bit his hand.
He bit my fingy, and I think I took no.
You like had my finger or something and bent it back.
Yeah. He bit
And then
my
I
fingy.
was like, oh, let go. And then I bit you.
Yeah.
And then the teacher walked in and he was like, oh,
She. It was Miss
yeah.
Hillman.
Yeah.
Cut that out.
Yeah. And you were like, he bit me. And she said, what? He bit me. Like, not really trying to get me in trouble. But,
No,
you know,
it wasn't a he bit me. It was a he bit me. Because we were already friends at the time.
Yeah.
At the
yeah,
time
Seth
that this had
just bit
happened,
me.
we were
Bites people's
bros
arms.
at the time.
Yeah.
So she was literally like,
bite.
"Do I need to?
She pulled us out of class. She was like,
Do I need to?"
now, I know you guys are
Oh.
friends. Do I need to take this, like, to the principal's?
And we were like,
No.
nah, we're
like,
cool.
we were just
We're
joshing
11.
around.
We're literally fucking 11.
Next day in class, she pulls us out again. She's like, so I took it to the principal.
No, it was literally the phone rang. She answered it. Hey, the assistant, like the vice principal, wants to talk to you.
Yep.
And we literally both looked at her and we were like,
Bitch.
I'm like, excuse, why? Like, actually, why does she want to talk to me?
It was a good time, though.
Oh man, it was so quiet,
Yeah, it
and I
was
was able
quiet.
to actually do my work.
Yeah.
I didn't know I had ADD at the time, so I was just like, "This is nice."
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, another thing. I can't tell you how many times when I've been editing and you have been telling a story, and I'm like,
He's lying.
you know,
That's not how that.
I was there, and that is not how I remember it.
Yeah.
But it's, I mean,
I hate to pull the curtain back. Dude, we fucking dog on you every episode.
No, you make it funny. Jim's a master of just... Yeah. Just exaggerating things.
Storytelling.
Yeah, storyteller. I have a button.
You have this way of implying things that didn't happen,
button.
but...
Oh, so he doesn't like straight up like this happened, but it didn't. It's like you're.
He does do that sometimes.
Oh,
yeah.
he does do that,
Yeah.
but often
Rare
it's implied.
occasion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On rare occasions do I completely fabricate something.
Quick question:
Yeah, what's up, dog?
if I were to have to
Call your dad.
call my dad,
Yeah.
can I just go call my dad in the hallway?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
The only person you have to ask is the editor who will later be editing this footage.
I'm already going to have to cut this part, so...
What if I just
No,
left
you
and
can,
you guys
no, you
kept
can
go?
We're doing organic here.
All right, yeah.
Do I have to
Fuck
be
it.
here the whole time that we were like?
No.
Just leave
You
it
can
in.
Go rip cheeks and then come
gonna
back. Okay.
I'll be quick.
Go, run.
It doesn't take long to rip cheeks.
What do you mean,
Tell him I said hey.
So like part of it is also like.
Okay, this is going to be a rare moment when the three of you are on the couch and Christian isn't here, so say what you want to say.
Christian sucks.
It's not just like fart sounds. It's also like he often like.
Does he get dick farts?
No,
Say it loud enough for the mic.
I like do like a slight moan.
What? What are you saying?
Are you saying that when he rips cheeks, a sound comes out of his mouth?
It's like sorry, a grunt.
Is it,
A grunt is a
it's
better description.
like a father would?
Listen,
Like a father?
I don't know. You ever been in a public restroom
Yeah.
Yep.
with older gentlemen?
Dude in the next stall.
No, I work at Home Depot and we only have one bathroom, so I frequent it frequently because
You gotta call your
you
dad
gotta
a
go.
lot.
Yeah, sometimes I have to call my dad,
Yeah.
leave a few voicemails.
Sometimes
Yeah.
duty calls and sometimes daddy calls.
Of course,
so I go.
and every time I go in there, and I know it's just like middle-aged to older people,
Yeah.
older men,
Yeah.
at the very least.
Yeah.
Because like I go to a university and I use the public restroom there all the time. Completely silent. I don't hear a thing ever.
Yeah. We're courteous.
But when like I'm in the bathroom at like Home Depot or anywhere else where older gentlemen use it, whether they're rocking a piss or taking a dump, they are
performing.
loud.
I've never in my life rocked a piss. I've been
Yeah, you know what I mean? When I say-
I've been dead middle of the water.
hand on the wall, like
Into the wall, yeah. Yeah.
I swear to God, I've heard.
Do it for the mic.
Leave it.
I was in the bathroom. There's a guy in the stall next to me. He gets in there after me, and he gets going, and like you hear the normal sound in the toilet. That's unavoidable.
Yeah.
But I just hear. Like, am I doing it wrong? What are you? I don't know. Am I
Be that good. Come on.
like? Is that gonna be me one day?
There's no way
can
we
only
become
hope so.
that. I can only hope. I only hope that like this thing that you're supposed to do, maybe a couple times a day to a week.
Okay.
It varies. I think we've discussed poop frequency on the show before.
Yeah.
Hey, if you haven't,
piss
go
or
watch the rest of this season. But
Oh, we
every
was ripping
episode.
Both. Okay.
What?
Every
I
I
week
was just
at
asking if it was
time.
poop or.
Yeah,
Pee?
just. I could only hope that this thing that you're supposed to do multiple times a day or a week, depending on
Who you are?
you, who you are, but becomes a pleasurable experience. Wouldn't that be great? If this thing you had to do multiple times a week, it was a good time.
Not if a
And not
young
just a time that had to
21-year-old
happen.
man has to
You're
hear
like, well,
me do
I gotta
it.
shit. It's like, dude, I'm going to call my dad. I'm gonna go have a meeting with my dad. I have a business meeting with my father now.
I'm buying a second phone so I can FaceTime my dad and call my dad at the same
I
time.
bought a bottle of Prosecco to meet with my father.
Oh my God.
Your dad is going to watch this.
He
and
sure
be
is.
like, what?
Hi, Dad.
This is his legacy.
Can we make
Son,
merch
what?
that says I gotta call my
I'm gonna
dad?
call my dad.
I mean, it really spins
I'll
a whole new
design it.
meaning to always balling in the potty.
Falling in
Yeah.
the potty.
God, that's a throwback.
That's what today's for.
Yeah.
It's
We
too
talk a
cold
lot
in
about
Kind of went on a
now, but-
tangent.
Which is which is
I mean, it's obligatory to talk about piss
I have
Absolutely.
a,
on the episode.
yes.
I have a Snapchat video saved for when I listened to that episode because I was in the car
Yeah.
and I told Christian when I got to that episode and you asked him, Christian, what's your favorite room in the house? I paused it and I was like, if he says the bathroom,
You know, it's gotta.
I don't know what I'm gonna do. And I played it. Obviously, that's what he said. And I sent him a video. And I was like, I can't believe you said that was your
It's
favorite
a great
room.
room. That's all I had to say.
Don't give him anything. I was going to make like an announcement, like, don't give him anything. Don't let him have that. But no. Bathroom is a great room. It's a good place.
Yeah.
I still stand by what we said in that episode.
Which is?
Everything. Just the hour or whatever video. I
We-
stand by that.
We lie on this podcast all the time. All that.
That
pure
was
facts.
that was
Pure
that was
facts.
from the heart
Yeah.
where it matters.
We
Where it
opened up.
matters.
That's what I want today to be, by the way. But
Just references to people who haven't seen the podcast.
Be like,
yeah. Again, if you haven't seen go watch this season.
Yeah.
I say that as if it's not like over 30 hours worth of
hours,
footage.
Yeah.
It's probably over like 40 some hours worth of.
Because of the little
So it's
bleed
like a
over.
I think it's like 2 days. If you spent 2 days, like 48 hours, if you spent 2 days nonstop watching and listening, you'd get there. You'd
would.
see the season.
Yeah.
Nice. Do that, and
Yeah,
then
just
you'll
do
get
that.
the jokes. So, you okay?
Yeah, just.
Texted your dad.
It's
Would that be Dad calling me if
Oh.
I burped?
Oh, I
Is
don't
it
know.
the other way around?
You know, just the whole implication of all of that. Really treading in dangerous waters.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Moving on.
He's like, ask one more question like that. We're gonna start getting philosophical. But no, moving on. Both of you had qualms with the theater episode.
Yeah.
I wanted to
Let's-
mention something about
Oh, yeah, film.
the film episode that we did.
Okay.
Because it was like pretty early on. It was still when we were just doing audio.
Yeah.
And like, I want to say real quick, I feel like that episode is the first episode when I was like, this could be something.
Yeah.
Like, I felt like the first couple of
And
episodes,
it's
it
the
was like,
only time
it's a cute.
since she's felt like that.
Yeah.
That was the one episode
That
that had a
dream has
golden
soon
moment.
died.
Yeah.
No, but I think that like.
Hey, yo, my fucking
Liv.
wife's talking.
I'm so sorry. That just
No, I
meant-
think that the
I
first
nothing.
few episodes were like, it's like a hobby and
That's
like,
fun.
you know, it'll just be between us guys. And then that episode happened and like, we all watched films behind the scenes. And then we all like, I think like that was the most preparation like
Yeah.
at that time. And like, when it happened, I was just like, this is gonna go somewhere. And it was just,
It was
it's
so
cool to
much
look
fun.
back on.
It was the first one that some of my friends actually like came and talked to me about. They were like, "Hey, I really liked that episode about movies." I was like, "Sick, you watch?"
Pull me a
The
grog,
people I haven't
brother.
talked to in years were like, "Yo, great podcast." And I
I
was like,
wanna watch Old with you.
Me too.
I also would love to watch Old with you.
Because we ripped M. Night Shyamalan a new one.
Absolutely.
I want to give him a chance.
I do. I've not heard good things from
Really, it
critics.
it
at
doesn't
least.
look horrible.
It doesn't look horrible. It doesn't look as bad as the other film, and it's
No.
because. And you want to know why? It's because he didn't write it.
Yeah, this
M.
is what
Night
I'm talking
Shyamalan,
about.
not a good writer, but I think he's okay directing. I think. I don't think he's ever been a bad director. Even the shitty films he's made, his directing was fine. It's when he directs and writes. What you're judging isn't his directing style; it's his writing.
Yeah, The Visit.
The Visit had some great shots, excellent composure. I mean, the color balancing, everything about that film, in a
Visual.
directorial viewpoint,
Yeah.
excellent. It's his writing that sucked out.
It was so bad.
It was the poo poo old man and the naked granny that
Yeah.
got me. Granny
Yeah,
butt.
naked ass,
It was granny
yeah.
ass.
Granny
Yes.
ass.
Anywho,
Oh.
M. Night Shyamalan, what a man. Let's have him on the show sometime. Season 2.
Yeah, we can try.
We'd get on the show.
Season 2.
I mean, like, I don't. If he was like, "I'll be on your show," we'd be like, "We could probably find
we'll
somebody
see.
else."
Yeah, we'll see if we have the time to pencil you in, Mr. Shyamalan.
Yeah, we've got a lot of guests lined up. So sorry, Mr. Shyamalan, but nah.
So, was that your?
That's
was
all
that-
I
was
wanted to
that
say
your
about
piece
it, was
on-
like, that
you
was-
really enjoyed the film episode.
It's not that
I
I,
did
like.
too.
Yeah, I definitely enjoyed it, but it was the first like moment where I was like, wow, like this is gonna be
Yeah.
a thing and it's gonna work and like
I don't
it's
know
gonna
when
grow.
that moment came for me.
Yeah.
I don't know when I like listened to an episode and was like, "Holy shit! I have a like a podcast."
Yeah,
that I do.
podcast.
Maybe season 2 it will.
No, I'm not doing that.
I feel like, yeah, I
It's
feel like
not doing it for you.
right now kind of feels good.
Right now wasn't the moment.
I haven't listened to it yet.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
Okay, all right.
No,
Fair enough.
For me, it was Ballin' into Potty. That
You think
episode.
what
Ballin' into
episode was
Potty.
Ballin' into Potty?
6.
6?
Yeah.
That was it. That was my moment. Episode 6, I was like, okay, yep, we have a comedy podcast.
Yeah, that was it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Because it was Ballin' into Potty the Nothing But Tabs episode.
Ballin' into Potty was the first time we did Nothing But Tabs because in episode 5.
Remember when we did Tabs, by the way?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
The
man.
format
Throwback.
of this show,
Changed all the time.
has changed like 4 or 5 times.
Yeah, because episode 5.
And this is a new one. This is new, a format that is new.
a little new. Yeah.
But
Yeah,
it's
a little
good
bit.
because you never get stuck on one thing.
That's true. I
Yeah.
like if this show constantly grows and evolves.
yeah.
But we were just finding what kind of worked for us.
Yeah.
And in the beginning, it was like, we need a third party of entertainment. We need to go to a website.
Yeah,
and,
yeah, we
And
need
look
some help.
up funny facts about Colonel Sanders. Or,
Yeah.
or piss
Ah,
or
the
something.
Kern.
We should have
Miss
got
the
KFC.
We should have. That would have been an excellent set piece. Hey,
a
if on
bucket?
your way to Publix there happens to be a KFC,
Just get a
We're going to
box.
just
Publix?
ask for a bucket.
We are going to Publix.
Just ask for a
Never mind.
bucket.
Yeah, I don't
She
get
says
paid.
we. It's cute.
Yeah, you don't need chicken. Just get a bucket. Just be like,
Yeah,
"Can I get
just
a bucket?"
drive through. If you see a KFC, drive through it. Be like, 1 bucket, please. Or like, do you want legs or thighs? And it's like, no. I want a bucket. You misheard me.
Get a bucket of gravy.
Oh, no, I was going to do a different joke. That's okay.
Oh, you were gonna do a bucket and a mop
Yeah. It's
for
okay.
this wet ass pussy.
But just be like, I'd like one of your finest buckets, and then that'll be a set piece for an episode on season 2.
You want me to vlog it for you?
Yeah, vlog it, so that you can watch that while you wait for season 2.
Yeah, get a video of the person giving it to you. Just be
Really
like-
confused. Just
Aw.
the
If you
Okay.
have to get chicken, I will take legs.
Yeah. If they're like, we can't legally give you a bucket without some chicken.
It's like, fine, I
you
guess
can
I'll
legally,
have 40 legs.
No,
Yeah.
no, you can. We talked about this. Is a reference back to the whole ass onion someone got at Burger King.
Yeah, but does KFC also sucks? Referencing back to when KFC sucked. Maybe they won't do that.
We'll
Who's to
see.
say?
It'll be the
Find out on season 2.
It'll be the final test.
Yeah,
They
we'll
give
give
you
them
the
one
bucket,
last
it's a
shot.
redemption.
This is the redemption shot. Give me a fucking bucket. I'll pay no more than $1. I'll give you the $1. But like,
wow.
I'll pay $1 for your bucket. And if they don't do it, we never mention
KFC's
his
dead.
name on this show again.
No, I
Dead
have an
to us.
idea. And you'll find out. It's okay.
You have an idea?
The wheels turned.
Oh, wheels are turning.
Oh.
No, they turned. The idea's there.
Oh, they turned.
She's just not gonna
They're
say
done
it.
turning.
It's the execution of it that has
Oh,
to
she has to
happen.
do it first.
KFC has to come through.
All right, they can do it. I'm sure they can.
Ugh, tastes a lot better when you chug it. I sipped it for the first time. I went, oh, that's
Yeah,
what
it's not
y'all-
good.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah.
No, wait. Oh, that's kind of okay.
Okay.
I had to settle on the song.
So
The theater episode.
yeah,
You had your film. We just keep talking. We do that.
You didn't.
Stop.
You don't like Les Mis?
I don't like it.
I love that.
I
Is it-
understand.
Is it the nothing but singing?
It bothers me because I feel like, can I say that it has Catholic Church vibes of just one note? Oh no no.
Yeah.
For a purpose.
I think that's the point
That's the
sometimes.
I know I don't
purpose.
like it. I was gonna say I don't care if you enjoy it. I think
Yeah.
it's fine to
Yeah.
enjoy it. I think it's objectively good.
Yes.
Subjectively, I hate it.
Yeah, it's like me looking at the picture of Liam and being like, he is a conventionally attractive man.
Yes.
I'm not attracted to him. I do not think he is attractive, but I can
Precisely.
look at him and say, he is a conventionally attractive man.
Precisely.
Liam from,
Love Island.
Love
season
Island.
7.
UK.
Love Island UK, season 7.
look at this man.
Check it out.
Oh, but Seth, put him up. Hey! Thanks.
Not
so
gonna
good
do it.
looking.
Do it, come on.
Okay.
You gotta do it.
Put him up there.
Hey!
But,
yeah, I can appreciate art. I think it's fine.
Yeah.
I could probably see a good production of it.
Yeah.
It may not be that it's inherently bad.
What if you saw a bad production of Les Mis? Because I have like 4 bootlegs on YouTube of Les Mis, but they are
It's one
all
of mine because
really
I'd pay
bad.
so much money.
if you want to, if we want to try it, I'll fucking try it. I'll try. I'll try to
'Cause,
enjoy it.
There's one that I love where Fontaine is singing "I Dreamed a Dream," but the way that they chose to represent the fact that she had shaved her head
Speak
was
up.
by putting a scarf around her head, and as she was singing, the scarf just like slowly
That's tough.
fell down, and she just, it's one of those things like you either have to acknowledge it or like don't, and she chose don't, and I don't think that was the right
Yeah,
choice.
that's not the move.
And
no,
it didn't
to
work.
just like, yeah, no,
It was really bad. Anyway,
yeah, that's tough.
Yeah, that's really tough.
Just shave your head.
I've seen entire like
not that hard.
compilations of Les Mis fucking up.
I need to watch those because
good.
I've never seen Les Mis.
Oh man.
So I feel like I need to
Javert
just
and
watch
the bridge
one
scene.
of
I
There's so
have
many of those.
shown you a really bad version of One Day More, and the person who's playing Marius reminds us of somebody. He sounds exactly yes.
Okay.
Yes. Did you find that
Oh,
enjoyable?
I do remember that. I did enjoy that.
Yeah, that's
That
what
was
I'm saying.
great. Yeah, I'm not a big no. So that's to answer your question, but I understand the enjoyment of it.
Would you say it's a good musical?
Objectively,
Yeah.
See, you know, when you say, if you're like making an argument for something and you say subjectively,
you can't really. Argue.
way, like, where do I go from
I mean,
there?
I can say that like this thing is good. It is well appreciated by the majority of the members of its community, and I'm a member of that community, but I don't like it.
Fuck it. It's bad. Objectively, it's bad, Seth.
Whoa!
It's
Did
bad.
it.
And
Hot take.
convince me otherwise.
Ooh, where did it?
I mean, so,
I like it.
hands are sweaty.
Yes, but have you been in it?
Yeah.
No, that's Seth's
Is that
argument.
why
You're
you
like
like
convincing me
it?
otherwise. Well, I like it. So why don't you like it?
What? No.
Sold.
No, I know that's not your argument, but I
Yes.
am ready to hear it because I don't know if I could defend it. I do like it. I've been in it.
That's what I mean.
I've
Is it?
seen
Do
it.
you have like
I've seen
good
multiple
memories
versions.
because you were in it?
No, I've seen multiple versions and like it consistently.
So, the part where it's all singing, I see where you're coming from, where you
It's
wouldn't like
droning.
that.
It's very droning.
I think,
You're wrong.
you know,
Okay.
I think you're wrong, and that's it. So, musical theater, you have songs, and, you know, that's kind of the art form of it.
Yeah.
And the drama part is another form of art.
Yeah.
And I think trying to do a musical that is just completely music,
Yeah.
all singing, is really hard.
It is.
I think Les Mis kind of pulls it off, though.
Do you have a musical? Because there are multiple musicals that are just sung.
Right.
Do you have any that you would consider good?
Give me another one.
Maybe
that is-
that's what you don't like. Is that art form?
probably
He
is
also
that.
doesn't like Hamilton.
I don't like Hamilton.
Why do you not like Hamilton?
that one
Because you
hurts.
can't say it's the droning.
Yep.
Because there's you can understand as a musician that there's a lot of range in that show.
Oh yeah.
Les Mis does have a lot of like reprises and stuff. Hamilton, it does have a few.
It has a lot of motifs. Characters have medley.
Yeah.
Musically, it is a phenomenally well put together piece, and even like that is one that I don't even know why I don't like it. Genuinely, I've tried to watch it a couple times, and I do not know why I don't like
Okay,
it.
see, he didn't say this about Les Mis. There's
No,
something-
yeah.
I'm catching. I smell what you're stepping in. I don't think he likes Les Mis.
Raise his hand.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Do you not like musicals that are sung through all the way because you were taught why people sing in musicals, right? Because the theory is musical theater exists because the emotions get too high that you can't speak anymore. You have to sing about it. So when Les Mis is just all music, everybody's emotions are already at their peak.
Yeah. So there's no depth.
Yeah.
It's the musical theater form of like audio clipping.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm at my limit.
Yeah.
They're like, I'm miserable all the time, so I will be singing this entire musical.
I think it is a very sad piece.
Yes.
I don't like sad things.
The miserable ones.
I don't like sad things.
The miserables,
Yeah.
as the French
That's stupid.
who also speak English.
Yeah,
would
I don't
say.
like sad movies. I don't like sad songs. I don't like sad theater.
Yeah,
That's probably it more than anything else.
Yeah.
I don't like sad.
and that's his thing.
Hamilton
This
is
has
also
always been
kind
his
of
opinion.
sad.
He's not saying that
Towards
it's
the
a
end,
trash
if you
musical.
just watch the
Right.
first act, it's great.
Yeah, but the end of Hamilton is quite sad.
See, I've never made it to the end.
Yeah.
I got very
Oh,
bored halfway through, and I don't know why.
Yeah.
That is probably the one thing in the whole world that I've tried my best, and I understand why it's objectively good.
Yeah.
And I can appreciate that, but I can't tell you why I don't.
See, that's
don't
me
enjoy
with
it.
Count of Monte Cristo. I get the appeal.
Uh-huh.
I just can't.
Yeah,
I just can't.
yeah, I don't know what it is. It's probably me with Count of Monte Cristo.
Good
as well.
book. Never finished it. Don't know what the end's like. But I'd
Just
say
ask
it's
my
a good.
dad.
I'd say it's a good book.
Do you want to call my dad? Ask him.
I'd love if Jason made an appearance, to be honest. But I like Les Mis. I was in it. I've seen it, multiple versions. I like the show a lot. I can also say, as someone who loves the show, there's no need for it to be purely sung. There's no need. I think I'd love to see a musical version of Les Mis, where it is
Just the hits.
just the hits. The greatest of. Did it die? Did the gimbal die?
It just slowly just.
I think the gimbal died.
I'm very sweaty.
Me too.
Sure, whatever.
I'm okay with this being a longer episode because
Oh, yeah,
it's
of course.
it's the season finale.
Of course.
Plus, we missed this week.
Was that your only gripe?
I don't think so. I just don't remember what else.
From the
You guys
theater
said.
episode.
You got passionate about something earlier.
Inside.
Oh,
Really?
that's the one you.
Yeah.
I'm okay with jumping straight to it.
Well, wait,
I don't
did
think
you have a theater thing?
chronological will work.
I did, but upon reflection, I don't think there are things that I should say.
Why?
Are
Because
they political?
no.
Did you know that on the date of recording, I'm okay with saying the date of recording is July 28th. Did you know on July 28th, 1918, Archduke Franz Ferdinand got assassinated, kicking off World War I? That happened today in 1918. A little bit of history
1918?
for you, I think.
1918 is when World War One ended.
Yeah.
1912?
Would have been 1912.
Yeah, I think something
1912.
Like
I
that.
don't
Or
know.
14.
I didn't know the guy.
I think it was 14. It was 14. It was 4 years.
I didn't know the guy. I didn't attend the funeral.
You didn't know him?
I heard he was swell. He must have been a pretty fucking great guy for him to get assassinated and the entire world to start a war about it.
That's
No,
fair.
they're all.
He must have been pretty fucking
There
cool.
were multiple things that started.
It's more of a
That was the
domino
main
effect.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Huh?
It's more of a domino effect.
Yeah.
Dominoes?
We love dominoes.
Dude, I could go for a Domino's right
I
now.
could absolutely.
Did
go
you just
for it.
fart?
Did you just call his dad?
No, I didn't. What? Did you hear something or smell something?
No, I just saw you stand up for like.
So much sweat
8
below
seconds?
my knees, and I
Okay.
needed to air it out.
All right.
But upon reflection, you're going to redact your opinions?
No, say it. Fuck
no,
it. We can
well-
cut it out if it's bad. What is it?
Speak your truth.
I just
Speak your
remember
truth.
listening to that episode and being like, "Wow, I just don't agree with you guys."
Yeah.
On?
About anything.
I can't. It's been so long.
Like, did you have? Maybe it was. I'm pretty sure it was you because we were talking about this earlier, where Mimi was like, "This is the episode that I felt like, oh wow, you guys have a podcast."
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you had a bit where you were like, there's the part where the director's like, "All right, guys, we have a show." Are you the person who did that? If not, it might be someone else that I'm thinking of.
Did I say the phrase, you know that point where a director's like, hey, we have a show? I think, maybe.
I don't remember
I could have
that
said
at
that.
all.
That sounds like me.
Maybe.
That sounds like me.
I don't remember that at all.
kind of remember. If not,
Why?
we can always.
Are you
go
going to
back.
say that that isn't a moment directors have?
No, it is a moment that
Yeah.
directors have. And now I don't remember my thought about it because now I'm embarrassed. It might not actually be you who said it.
No, it's okay.
With
With it, no. Just speak
pretend you
angrily
did.
and it'll
Yeah.
hit one of us.
Yeah.
We'll both be offended if you'd like.
No. I don't. That's like Seth's problem. Like, I just remember being like, y'all are not right. And
That's exactly how I was.
Like,
You're
y'all
just wrong.
first off, you chose to talk about theater with someone who chose not to do theater anymore because he doesn't like it.
That's true.
That's the point of
Yeah.
discussion is to have someone who
Right,
isn't-
which is why
For the
you
glory.
were.
didn't
Wait,
come there.
wait.
We didn't enter the room trying to suck theater's dick.
But
we
that's
we
why-
wanted to give an
But
objective.
that's why you were wrong. Like, that's-
you were wrong
About
to
what?
criticize the
I
things
was
I like.
also slightly disappointed that I guess I don't
You weren't
know.
involved. We can do a theater
Just
part
slightly, because I'm like,
do a
this is
Season
the
2
one
is just
thing
going to be
that I would.
every episode of
Episode
season
part
1
two.
redone.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, it's just it was like, I was like, wow, I wish you guys also like had questions, because you know how sometimes you guys forget words.
Yeah, all the time.
Sometimes.
And
Every day.
Daily.
You like were having questions and like you wouldn't answer them.
Oh, that's all the whole show. It's
Sometimes
gotten
you
it's
come to
gotten
a
worse
conclusion.
actually.
Yeah.
Right. And I was like, you could have just texted me. Like, I probably knew the answer. And, like...
What we need is that if this in-person thing continues, where this is like a regular thing we start doing, which I'd love for that to happen.
We need a Google guy.
We would love some people in the room to be like, y'all are fucking dumb.
Yeah.
This is the word.
This is the word.
I feel like
hey,
that'll be
you
us
haven't
behind
answered
the
this
scenes.
question.
Yeah.
No, yeah, we need that.
Yeah.
I did have one positive thing from that episode.
Thank God.
You looked great.
I don't
That
watch
wasn't
it.
a recorded episode.
Unfortunately not.
But-
But you saw
No,
it.
but I just thought that'd be funny if she was just said.
You talked about Robin Hood
Yeah.
and your experience and what it was like with the director who directed Robin Hood. And I was like, oh wow, I don't think he realizes that that is what freshmen at my school are taught for their entire first semester, which is like you're taught the like Meisner technique of like you just have to know your lines, so then you can act. And I was like, that's like the one thing that I came away being like, Jim's right about that.
I've only had one director that ever did that.
And
Yikes.
well, I
Yeah.
don't completely agree with the idea of being like, y'all do it. Like, I don't
Yeah.
agree with that. However, my friend, he said this once, and like, cause we used to walk from Shakespeare class back, and he just had so many words of wisdom for me, and he's gonna go into directing.
That's cool.
That he was like, he learned as a director not to give stage directions. Like, you know, as an actor, there's the part where the director's like, go stage right, go stage left, and you're like, this is boring.
Yeah.
He was like, you shouldn't do that. You should just talk to the actor about their character because they're very egotistical and they have lots of opinions about their character.
Yeah.
And you should just be like,
Sorry.
and you should just be like,
Sweating
I'm sorry.
good.
And you should just be like, okay, well, what is your character trying to achieve? And like how, like, and if they're trying to achieve this, wouldn't you go over there? Like, doesn't that make sense?
Yeah.
So that way they also remember it and they don't have to write it down.
That's cool. I like that.
I much prefer that. I think I had one person do that, and that was it.
Anyway, those are my 2 cents.
I like those 2
That's
cents.
all.
They're nice 2
They're not
cents.
very funny.
Good 2
but-
cents.
It's crazy because we genuinely are at like what, a minute?
An hour 7.
Hour
Hour
7.
7? We're an hour 7, and I feel like there's literally so much more to say, and we'll all kind of determine as a group when this is kind of over. But I feel like it should be said that like one of the reasons that we have this set and that you'll be seeing more of it is that we did get a producer. We have a production company tied to us now, and that's cool as hell. And you'll be hearing that, and you'll be hearing them mentioned at the end of every episode. You'll be seeing their links in our description every episode, just because we do appreciate them, and we love them, and we thank them for doing what they do. But
Do they want to meet her?
Do you wanna walk on?
You don't
do
have
not
to.
have to.
And we can cut
Just
this.
during the lunch break before this episode, you can meet me in the first episode of season 2.
Yeah, you want to be in
So
season
that
2?
I can look not ratchet, because I definitely need to hold my tits in front of the air conditioner.
Yeah, no, you're good.
No
You're
problem.
good.
I
get
feel
that.
like that should be kept in. Audio only clip.
Audio only of that.
Definitely leave that.
Oh, hell
Yeah.
yeah. Hell yeah.
But we have a production company tied to us now, and they're really, really cool people.
Oh, can we circle back to the first episode? Because
Yes.
I find this moment, like, I just remember dying. Because I
That's
see all
good.
these lovely Wizard of Oz books.
Yeah.
And I remember when you guys were, like, introducing it, you were like, we met because we were doing a production.
Yeah.
We were doing a production. It was called The Wizard of Oz, as if nobody knew. As if
We
it's
did not.
one
There's
of-
no way we
Yes,
said
you
it like
did.
that.
We did. I
Yes,
looked back.
you did.
She mentioned this a while ago. I looked back and we were like, it's this show called The Wizard of Oz. Like,
As if
We did
nobody
not.
has
You
ever
did.
seen it before.
we absolutely did.
And it was so funny. I was
It's about
like,
a girl, and there's a tornado.
you
Something
guys
about
did go
Kansas.
into some exposition, and I was like, guys, like, pretty much everybody knows.
We're aware.
I feel like
Wizard of
everybody
Oz.
knows Wizard of Oz.
It's on every Christmas.
Yeah.
Like, there's
Why is it not Christmas?
Why does it come out on? Why does it come on?
Who's to say?
because it premiered during
Take a breath.
Christmas. Because, like, if you watch A Christmas Story, when Ralphie is going to go meet Santa Claus in A Christmas Story, there are Wizard of Oz characters all throughout the mall, because that was the year, like, A Christmas Story is set in the year that the Wizard of Oz was released around Christmas. So
This
they
is
aired
fucking
at
nuts.
Christmas
Let's
all
make
the
the
time.
episode about this now, because I'm intrigued.
That's weird. Why?
You didn't know that?
No.
No, that
Why?
was 0% of what you just said was already existing
Prior
in my
knowledge.
brain. This
Yeah.
is purely new information.
Have you never seen that part of A Christmas Story?
I've never seen a Christmas story.
I have.
It's right
I
befo-
just didn't know
why
that's-
the Wizard of Oz characters were there randomly.
I just see them about. They're painted on my building.
It's
Like,
true.
I just see them every day casually.
There are 2 places within a 30-second walk from my front door that there is either a picture of a character from the show or a painting of a character from the show.
I'm sweating now.
From a 30-second
Drenched.
walk
Okay, I
from my front door.
also our local theater in Greensboro does the Wizard of Oz every year.
That's weird. They do Rocky Horror here.
That's weird.
Every Halloween.
But that makes
Yeah.
sense. there are a lot of theaters that do Rocky Horror every year around Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Because it's also a responsive show.
Yeah.
It's not a
Well,
like,
they just need to
passive
make Wizard of
one.
Oz a responsive show.
I'm down.
Oh my gosh, they so
Tin Man
good!
gets rusted and people are like, no!
They could make Wizard of Oz like Rocky Horror, and like there could be like parts where you throw apples at the Tin Man.
Oh,
Yeah.
hell yeah.
You know, I feel like there's lovely call and response with like some people without brains do an awful lot of talking. I feel like there are a lot of names you could throw out,
Yeah.
a lot of pop culture references, a lot
It could be like a kid's Rocky Horror.
Yeah.
Kids Rocky Horror.
Kids
Guys,
Rocky
we can't fucking air this. This is a $1 million
this is-
idea. We can't. Y'all can't see it. Turn your videos off. But that's great.
That's great.
I
I,
love-
did not know that.
I did
Yeah.
not know that. Thank you. That was lovely. And that was the show. We love you guys. But I love it. We've not gotten past like episode 7.
Yeah.
Inside. Let's
Inside.
finally get your opinions
Seth,
on Inside,
Rip him to
Outside.
shreds.
Rip me a new one.
I don't remember exactly all that you guys said.
Yeah.
I remember almost the entire time being,
Seething.
what the
With
fuck are
rage.
they talking about?
Yeah.
Just like, give me a recap if you remember.
What are
or
some of
what
your
you think.
opinions on Inside?
Give me your opinions and I'll tell you what
It's
you're wrong.
good. I really liked it.
Good music.
But Burnham is
You mostly went
hot.
song by song.
We did go song by song. We talked about songs we liked, songs we didn't like.
You
Hey,
pulled
what
up
if
a BuzzFeed article on it.
Yes.
feel like
Little
BuzzFeed is not a
facts
credible
that like
source.
went unnoticed by some. It was like little details you should really notice.
I noticed 9 out of 10 of those.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was a BuzzFeed article.
right.
I was letting it guide our conversation. I
Yeah.
wasn't genuinely like, oh, would you look at that?
Christian is the
course.
least
And a lot of
professional
it was
partner you
bullshit
can
too.
have.
Like there was one, and
There
it was
was-
like during the song "Sexting," the AC's at
69.
69, and I'm like, maybe you just fucking wanted his room a little chilly.
That's
went-
when I was like, there's no way that wasn't intentional. It's the only time it's on in the entire show.
I was not prepared.
Then okay.
For the
69.
nudity.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, I know. It's
Nice.
just it wasn't all just like you're completely wrong. It was just a bunch of all these like little
It
things
was
that
just
you
wrong
said.
take after wrong take.
Yeah. I'll wait for Christian gets back so he can witness your roast.
You're specifically coming after me on this?
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
I was.
There's one song you talked about that I was like, you were 100% wrong.
Okay, I'm ready for it.
The one thing that I was not prepared for was Bo Burnham's butt. That I was
Ooh,
not
yeah.
prepared for.
That was
I
good.
hardly saw it. Just
I will
saw
say-
it, saw it.
Ew, I don't know.
The point you brought up about the black mirror of the
Yes.
camera in the
Yeah.
I thought that was really good. Like
Thank you
it was
so
great.
much, because I've still
I didn't see that.
fucking
I
to
didn't-
this day,
yeah.
I've
Can
not
you
seen
reiterate the
anyone talk about
Hey,
that.
can you reiterate the point for me?
So
I don't remember.
there are, I believe, 3 points in the show, if not just 2. But I believe there are 3
Three
points
sounds
in
right.
the show where Bo has set his camera in front of a mirror,
Mm-hmm.
and he's talking, and you see him, and you see the camera.
Right.
And the entire time there is a slow zoom in,
Mm-hmm.
and by the end of the shot, before he transitions into the next song, it zooms all the way into the camera's lens. And the first 2 times, it is so darkly lit that by the time you get to the center, the screen is pitch black. And it took me a couple of watches. I watched the special like 10 times within the week it came out, to notice that what that does is create a black mirror effect. Your screen is totally black, so my eyes unfocused for a second, and I saw myself, and I went, oh. I was like, am I supposed to... Is that what that's supposed to be? Because it's zooming in on the camera.
Oh, that's so cool.
You are zooming in on yourself. You are the camera. It zooms
Oh,
in
that's so
to a
neat.
point where the entire screen is filled with black, and you are now
point.
looking at yourself before the next song starts.
Great point.
And the last time it zooms in, it's well lit enough to where it's not you anymore. It's just a camera. And I was like, I don't have a philosophical take on that. I don't know what it meant. But no one fucking else, no article, no TikTok, no anything I've seen about his show has talked about that.
That's great. Brilliant.
To date. Since that show, I've
Yeah.
still consumed inside content, and no one has talked about it. And I'm like, come on.
Inside is such an art
There's
piece.
something there. There's
It's a
something
beautiful
there.
piece of work. What was Seth's gripes?
I don't know,
He
because
waited.
they
Gotta
were
roast his
particularly
eyes.
about me, so he wanted you to be here for it.
I wanted you to witness. Yeah, so he mentioned during sexting the AC was on at 69.
69, yeah.
Yeah, he said it might be, just a mistake, like he wanted it cool.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
That's what I said.
wanted
I was
to
like,
call
that's
him out on
bullshit.
it, too.
It was totally intentional. Like,
There's no way that's
the amount,
not intentional.
I mean, yeah, if you think about like the production of just about anything that's like as big as that, like everything's intentional on every shot.
No,
everything
just
you see.
that. You don't even have to look at any other form of media. You can just look at inside and be like, every single thing is planned to the T.
Exactly, including the 69.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. I redact my statement that maybe he was just wanted it to be chilly. No. I agree with you.
Yeah.
That because I think by the beginning of I think some of my opinions changed during that episode.
I think
At the
so, too.
beginning of the episode, I was like, there's probably some truth to this. It's not. It's all it's a show. It's a fucking movie. He just scripted it and then he acted it. It was amazing.
Right.
But he did a great job. I think since I've read someone who wrote it out and these words hit it on the mark, it was media that is honest without being truthful.
Just like the podcast.
That is like defining
About Guido, I'm
acting as living truthfully under imaginary circumstances.
No, that's pretty much what it is. It is a piece of media that was purely honest with what it was, and there was a lot of truth in it, but it was completely fabricated, and probably none of it was what it was.
Yeah.
He fucking left his house every day. He went to the fucking grocery store.
They had to.
He did have panic attacks. None of the ones on screen were probably real.
Yeah, probably not.
Because he probably wouldn't let that happen.
There's no way it was an actual. There's no
It
way it was
felt
a realistic
raw.
documentary.
It felt close to him. It felt personal, and none of it fucking was. It was a show.
Which I feel like speaks for the work itself, because
Exactly.
that's the
No,
point
that's
of like
awesome.
everything's fabricated.
Is it made you
online.
feel that way, and then you have to have a sobering moment of, but it's not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, my opinions have changed.
Yeah, like you probably haven't heard it, but I listened to the podcast "You Made It Weird" by Pete Holmes. He had Bo Burnham on it a few years ago.
Yeah, I remember that one. Yeah. Love them both.
He talked with Bo. He was asking him like, "Do you feel more yourself when you're on stage because you're talking about your experiences and stuff, and you're talking to people, and it's kind of like this conversation that you're having." And I think Bo said something along the lines of, "No, not really." Because I think Pete was talking about how Bo has this thing where he does a lot where he's like really kind of condescending to his audience.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just kind of like calls them out on the stupid shit they do and like kind of belittles them a little bit. And so he was asking Bo about that, like, do you actually feel this way about all these things that you say on stage? And he said, no, not really. Like, it's just, a performance for me. Because he used to do a lot of theater growing up. Mm-hmm. And so he tries to put that into his comedy specials and shows. That's why he has a lot of like call and response. Like he'll like record like in what and make happy.
Yes,
it was just constant like this voiceover that he would respond to. Mm-hmm. And it's not just him talking straight to the audience. It's a lot of that.
Interesting.
Yeah, I thought that was really interesting. There's a lot of other great stuff they talk about on You Made It Weird by
it
Pete
is
Holmes.
good. It's been years
amazing.
since I've seen it, but it's really good.
Yeah.
So beyond the AC being on 69.
Yeah, there was definitely quite a few other things you mentioned that I don't remember because they were kind of trivial, but I was like, you're definitely wrong on that.
Yeah.
But
What about-
the one...
Oh, sorry. I thought. Yep. Go ahead. I thought
do
you
it.
needed help saying it, but because you didn't remember. But I think you do remember. So go ahead.
Okay. I mentioned this once, sort of to you guys, about this one song you spoke about. You gave your take on it, and I was like, nope.
I probably
Just-
was. I was
just
probably
wrong.
wrong.
Do you remember what you said about That Funny Feeling?
That
He pulls out the
Yeah.
guitar.
Yep.
is it about the music?
Yeah.
Musically,
Tell me
the thing.
everything about it. What?
Okay.
Your opinion.
So I feel like this is coming out of left field. I feel like there was a lot I could be attacked for. This is going to be a weird one if this is what I think it is. I felt like that song was such a breath of fresh air in terms of the show.
Yeah.
Because up until that point, almost every single song was filled with synth at some point. A little, rise in tone, a little lowering in tone, or just synth. A lot of the songs are just fucking synth. And it was the one song that was acoustic. It was, or at least the first. I don't know if any of the ones after That Funny Feeling are also acoustic, but a lot of them are very mass-produced. They were synthetic. They were made with the synth instrument, and it sounds... The sound I'm talking about is essentially the sound that's in both of the Jeffrey Bezos songs.
Perfect.
That instrument is like in every song. It's very produced, very layered, very filtered, and then That Funny Feeling is just him and a guitar. And that's why I feel like it was a breath of fresh air for the show.
So in the episode, I think you said it was a breath of fresh air.
Yeah.
I don't think you mentioned anything about the synth.
I think
you
the
messaged,
synth came later, and I
Yeah,
think that was
you
literally
messaged
just our
us.
group chat.
Yeah. You said all that stuff about the synth, and I think you're kind of right about that.
That's cool. Thank you.
In the episode, you said it's just a breath of fresh air. It's totally different because it is acoustic.
Yeah.
You didn't really get into it,
Yeah.
but what you mainly said was there's nothing funny about it, and there's no commentary in it.
Oh, you did say that.
Yeah. And when you messaged us up saying like,
I'll stand by that. I had to think about it. I had to process for like 10 seconds. I stand by that.
he's wrong, right?
Yeah,
I
you're
think
wrong.
it's
It's
Okay,
not funny.
cool.
It doesn't make me laugh.
Right.
I understand what it is. I understand what the song
So let me
is.
Okay.
What's
All right.
What's
so
the commentary? Things
with lyrics
are ironic.
with lyrics like a gift shop at the gun range, a mass shooting in the mall.
Yeah.
You're saying there's no commentary on that?
I think it's an illusion.
Let me.
to a
Okay. So
commentary,
you
but it's not
messaged
full.
us. You said all the other songs have all the synth.
Yeah.
We said like everything feels fabricated and
Yeah.
stuff.
Look how large our waveforms got. Sorry.
Yeah, no. When you get excited,
yeah.
I love seeing shit like this.
And then I mentioned like, yeah, you're totally right. It's a
Yeah.
folk song, and you said, yeah, you're right. It does feel like really homey. And I said,
Yeah, folk song. I like folk song.
I guess that's sort of correct, but that's not what I was saying. And you said, oh, and I was like, if we have an episode about it,
Yeah.
while
folk
I'm
song.
there, we'll talk about it.
Yeah, I agree with folk song.
And now we're doing it.
Yeah. We're doing it live.
So, do you know what a folk song is? I'm not trying to be like, hoity-toity, like, oh, I know more than you.
No, like,
I took a class on this.
genre defining. I could listen to a song and be like, this sounds like a folk
Who
song.
do you?
but like,
What artists do you think of when you think of folk
folk
music?
music? No idea.
Okay.
I know a sound more than anything. If I heard a song, I'd be like, I would describe this as folk
I
music.
think me and you have the same definition of folk. I'm curious what to.
I took a class that was the history of pop and rock, and that was pretty much just
It was
a history of all these different like styles and genres of music that like influenced and kind of formed into pop and rock, like what we know today. Like we learned about Chuck Berry and Bill Haley and the Comets, all the way leading up to Kendrick Lamar and Taylor Swift and all that stuff.
Yeah. He learned so
Did you know
much cool shit in
Kendrick?
this
You know
class.
Kendrick Lamar won the Pulitzer Prize on his album "Damn."
You're lying.
No, I'm not even like he won the. I'm pretty sure it's Pulitzer.
Pulitzer. Yeah, it's Pulitzer.
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 It's Pulitzer.
Okay.
It's Pulitzer.
There's no E.
I've never.
I mean, there's no E.
I
No,
mean,
there's not.
Pulitzer if there was an E, but it's Pulitzer because P-U-L is a.
I've always heard it
sound.
pronounced Pulitzer. I don't.
I've always-
I mean,
don't have
it
a
sounds
I
like
don't
a
even know what
proper
that
noun.
is.
So
With Seth,
I mean,
I'm scared.
is a
to-
proper
I'm
noun.
starting to get scared having takes.
yeah, you should be.
It's Pulitzer.
So
Tear me one. What is a what
my-
is folk music defined?
my professor described folk music to me. From what I remember, folk music is just pretty much a dude or dudette, yes,
Yeah.
with a guitar,
Yeah.
singing a song about social injustices, things of that nature.
Yeah.
Those are like the biggest names in folk,
Yeah. Yeah.
the genre.
Yes.
They kind of, I don't want to say started it. I don't know
Yeah.
if they did. Like Woody Guthrie, Bob Dylan.
Popularized.
Yeah. We Shall Overcome. Turn the furnace down.
Yeah.
The Kingston Trio, Peter, Paul and Mary, Pete Seeger.
Yeah. What's folk music though?
Folk is okay. So the Kingston Trio and Peter, Paul and Mary. Some people like to say, they're not really folk because they kind of add a little more production to their songs.
Okay. Yeah.
They've got like percussion with tambourines and just other stuff. So it's essentially bare bones, dude with a guitar singing about,
Social
injustice
Yeah,
with a
yeah.
commentary on something.
Yeah.
And that is exactly what Bo is doing in That Funny Feeling.
I disagree.
My thing is, he's talking about media and how it's
He's talking about like
distracting
40
us.
things in that song.
Yeah, but
and
like
none of them hit the same theme.
Really?
He touches on so many
No,
things
it's
in
distractions.
in that one song.
it's distractions.
Distractions?
Yeah, like we're all being distracted by all these different things, mainly media, but there's a lot of other things that contributed to it as well. Like it's distractions. That's why he sets up the room. He's in the woods, like camping, and when
Yeah.
you think like you go somewhere to get away from all the distractions in your everyday life,
Yeah.
you think you go camping.
Yeah.
Like you get away from it all.
Yeah.
And he's just like out in the woods, out in nature with a guitar, singing about all these different things. stunning 8K resolution meditation
Yeah.
app. Like we're all distracted. Like, oh, look at this new update on my cool iPhone 12 Plus. Like, we're not really focusing on what we should be. It's just,
I like that. That's a
Where-
little different than where I went with that.
yeah.
I like that.
And
He's turning me here.
a gift shop at the gun range, a mass shooting at the mall,
Yeah.
carpool karaoke, Steve Aoki, Logan Paul.
Yeah.
Like,
No, I'm
why are
getting
we?
these. Those are much later in the song. Give me some of the first lyrics and then convince me using those.
Stunning 8K
Honor the
resolution
revolution,
meditation.
It's half off at the Gap.
Exactly.
Uh-huh. Okay, so
Like-
what's that?
We had a revolution.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I
so
remember-
for
I
July
remember
4th,
it.
we have a
I
July
was there.
4th sale at Gap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But distraction?
To
Like, why are-
distract from, like,
Because
joy.
to give you a little viewpoint of where I was at, I was thinking like either dramatic or poetic irony here, because a meditation app is typically something that you like play.
Yeah,
you
that
listen to
too.
it, or you go to sleep.
Yeah.
Why does it have to be 8K resolution? You're not supposed to be looking
Well,
at
here's
it.
my thing. Like, the way that I've only heard the song, I haven't actually watched the thing because I feel like I'm gonna.
Have an existential crisis.
Yeah.
And I'm not ready for that.
Yeah.
I've already been having those.
Valid.
No, that's fine.
No,
That's
but
fine.
like I've heard that song because it's a nice song to listen to, and like I think I have a kind of different outlook since I'm like not from America.
Because a lot of it is.
A lot of it, like when he says that funny feeling, it is literally a funny feeling. Like you learn about these things that he's singing about, and
Yeah.
it gives me a weird feeling. I'm like, why is there a gift shop at the gun range? Like you know what I
They
mean?
do
Like
have gift shops at gun ranges. Isn't that weird?
that's really weird to me. Like all the stuff that he says is just like it does give you like a kind of weird like feeling, and it quite literally gives me a funny feeling about it.
I have two things.
Go for it.
First thing, I feel like the contradiction that you were trying to point out is like circling back to like 10 minutes ago, where you were like, you said the song isn't funny and has no commentary, and then you laid out a beautiful definition of what a folk song is. And in your definition of a folk song, because Jim also said it was a folk song that had no comedy and had no commentary, and you were like, do you know what a folk song is? It's a song that's literally about commentary.
Yeah.
So, anyway, just interesting. Second point, that's all I had on that. It's interesting where that funny feeling lies in, like, the song lineup.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay.
Because it's after Welcome to the Internet.
Which is the
Which
most
is really important.
bombardment song.
Yeah, which
The
is
most
really... Which was really important to Seth's point.
She hit that.
But also, like, with the
hit
funny
that.
feeling things, like having
I hit that.
a sale on, like, the 4th of July, like, celebrating a
Yeah.
war.
Yeah, that's
Why
great.
do you celebrate a war? Like, I
I
know
don't
that,
think
like,
the
it's
mic's gonna pick
independence,
it
but
up.
at the end of the day, it's still a war that happened. I feel so weird, like, celebrating those things.
So like, Deadpool's self-awareness,
Loving parents, harmless
harmless
fun.
fun. Yeah. Again,
not whole
my
sh-
original
not
thought
super
was like
certain
a
about
dramatic
that.
irony. So
He's trying his best.
I
to
think
prove
the
me
whole
wrong.
thing is, like,
Yes,
if you
no,
take
I'm
it
able to.
as perspective of outside looking in, if you haven't experienced those things and you're outside and you're looking in at those things, they're very, like, it gives you a weird feeling, I think. That's what I took from it when I listened to it.
Hence art.
the fuck is Robert Iger's face about though?
I don't know.
Robert
dog.
Iger is the CEO of Disney.
Okay.
So, like, Disney is, like, just such a big part of
Yeah.
And
pretty
We
much
got- we got
everyone's
mouse
life
ears.
right
We
now.
don't get Robert Iger's face.
Yeah.
We should. That'd be funny.
Walt Disney died.
Stunning 8K resolution and meditation app, I don't think are really super related. Like, stunning 8K resolution, oh, cool. This pointless, like, you can't even see that good. And then meditation app, like, if you think you're trying to meditate, like, you're not thinking, like, oh, I should use this app on my phone to do
Yeah,
that. Like, I'm
that's
just, put everything, you think, like, I should put my phone in a different room.
I'm reading a list of things that you would never ever do. Maybe not things that distract you, but things that you never. Reading Pornhub's terms of service.
Yeah.
Obeying all the traffic laws in Grand Theft Auto 5. These aren't things that like distract me from. I'm trying to get to the root of where the commentary is coming from. Is
Yeah, but
should
have
we
you
be
not
doing
done
these
those?
things more?
Yeah,
should
have
we
you
never
not
do these things?
Have you not done those things though?
No, why the fuck would I do that?
People do that.
Yeah, I've done that.
Yeah.
I've seen videos, like,
Of reading Pornhub's
Is it-
terms of service?
Reading
It's
Pornhub
distressing
service,
to read
like-
to see what they actually allow.
yeah.
Yeah, I've never.
It's like, I think it's talking about, like, these are your
Maybe I just don't do
distractions
a lot of
and, like,
things.
some things that you don't do because you're distracted by
Mm-hmm.
other stuff.
Or you
Reading
do
Pornhub's
too.
terms of service. Huh?
Or you do to distract yourself, like going for a drive.
Yeah. Total disassociation, fully out your mind.
Yeah. Googling derealization.
You ever Google derealization?
No.
Cool.
I already
should.
I've done that
Didn't you hate it?
because I have it.
I know. I do it all the time. I'm like,
Does it do like a
It's-
like Googling askew?
it's.
What? No, it's like if you like.
Are you
Google-
asking if I know what it means or if I
Yeah.
Google
No,
it?
if you have Googled it, it's like the symptoms things. It's like if you have a headache,
If
you're
you,
gonna
like,
die
read all
in
the
2
symptoms
days.
of it.
Like it's like it's scary to look at it because you're like, oh, that's
Yeah.
me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know what it means, so I haven't had to Google it yet. I didn't know if Googling it did something special.
Oh.
Oh no, it's not like when you Google
just
the
not
cast of
depressed.
Friends and like their different thing comes up on Google.
His mental health's kind of okay, so he just doesn't get it.
Neither. Yes, my mental health is fine, so I can get
Yeah,
it.
Yeah.
you don't need to brag about that. This is okay.
Okay, I'm sorry.
But I get it with the unapparent summer air and early fall and the quiet
Quite
comprehending
comprehending.
of the ending of it all.
Yeah.
Is if you like get away from these distractions, these are the things you start to notice, kind of thing.
Yeah. Like,
I like that. I like
just
that.
kind of that solemn, like.
What
where are we
about
going?
what about leading out of the song? What can you say? We were overdue, but it'll be over soon.
I feel like
Can you
that's
hit
a
me with that?
commentary.
Either we're gonna overcome it or we're not.
There are two things.
There are two
in this
things.
world.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Like,
That's called bringing. It
we're gonna
home.
learn how to,
Yeah.
you know.
Either like big scale or even just like little scale. Like learn how to cope with it, or you just don't
it's
cope
gonna
with it.
Consume us, and
We're gonna die.
we're gonna
Eat us from the inside.
Yeah.
Inside by Bo Burnham.
That's it.
Deep
Why are
thoughts.
you
Hashtag
slurping into the microphone?
Oh.
Also, I
awful.
feel like like your Bo Burnham episode was a very deep episode because Inside is inherently very
Yes.
deep,
I hate you.
and I feel like that was something that like
I just
as soon as we were going to talk about it, we should have acknowledged. Ah, yes, this is where comedy dies.
Oh well, we're at like
It'll become very
what,
solemn.
37?
Yeah,
let's stop watching
We
it
can
anyway.
just cut it.
Do we want to bring it home
I'd love to go home.
and turn on the AC?
I love to
I
go
feel
home.
like
There's so much more to talk about.
I feel like we touched on
There
4
are,
episodes
because
of
there
our
are
37.
like 38 episodes. There's like a lot of
Yeah.
episodes.
There's a lot of episodes.
Yeah, if you really wanted to touch on anything, it would really be like, that was funny, and then you go to the next thing.
Next episode. I liked when you said this thing. It was kind of okay. Okay, next episode.
Next episode.
Christian burped and it was funny.
Ah!
Good time.
Anywho.
But yeah,
Oh, St. Patrick's Day.
paint
I don't
I
remember
don't
that
think
episode.
any of
Paint-
them remember that
paint-
episode.
I do
Patty's-
remember it.
Patty's?
Patty's Day?
Pink
Yeah.
Patty's Day. If you
Pink
could
Patty's
just
Day.
describe that episode to me, it'll be like the first time I've seen it.
That's okay. That's how I felt about The Birds Aren't Real. So,
Really?
Yeah.
Did
Yeah.
you,
Birds aren't
did you
real.
black out during that episode?
I did not because I remember talking to you guys and I remember like being in the room.
Then
and,
you
like,
watch
having
the
that
video and you're
conversation.
like, when did
But
this
for
happen?
some reason, I just really don't remember anything that I said, and I thought it was gonna be one of those moments where like I
Is it-
listened to the podcast and like, oh yeah, I remember everything that I said. That didn't happen, so I re-listened to it. And I was like, "That's not even my voice." I was like,
Is it-
"That's not even me."
Is it because
Is it a bird?
because you tried to like block it out because Christian like blew his top?
Because I got really mad at you.
Like you finally
No,
you
that's
finally fucking
hilarious.
snapped. That is I think that's the rawest emotion
Yeah.
you've ever shown.
What was
no.
the line? What,
I
what did even
don't
say?
I don't think
What about penguins?
Well, no, penguins is just
It was
like, let me
turkeys.
just try. Well, yeah, what about turkeys? But no, it was when you were like, you think the moon landing is real? And I went, I don't think the moon landing is fake!
that is the rawest
Yeah.
emotion that I've experienced from you.
Yeah.
Yes,
There it is.
Oh,
Okay.
man.
That's probably what it looked like back then, too.
It
Yeah.
reminded me very similarly to you being like, "Support is not synonymous with help."
I got in a... Support is
Sorry,
synonymous
it
with
is.
help
Whatever.
in a verb context.
Oh,
when it
God.
is used as a... I got in a
Get
very,
help. Get support.
I got in a very big argument
help. I'm
with
here to
my...
support you.
Exactly.
Those are
I'm
the
going to
same
help you
thing.
across the street. I'm going to support you across the street.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
Yeah.
Word.
Yep.
But I said that at a theater rehearsal one time,
cannot
and
believe-
someone and the line Santa's little supporters got thrown around, and that's not the same
And
thing. Or like
support beams.
support. No, it would
Help
help
beams.
beams. Help beams instead of support beams. See, when it's used as an adjective or a noun,
That don't fit.
it doesn't fit.
That doesn't fit.
So I got mad. That's the maddest, cause
That's not the maddest I've ever seen you, but we had only been dating for 3 months. So
Yeah.
at the time, that was
the maddest.
very...
'Cause I called
you
her.
got in my car and cried.
I cried my fucking eyes out because I had
You were, and I didn't know what to do.
because I dissected it because I got made fun of all day long at school, high school, because I was in theater. So theater was the escape of getting made fun of. Then I get into theater, I say one dumb little thing, and just get eviscerated for half an hour. And so like that was my breaking point.
No, but that's the thing is that like we are very much theater people.
Yeah.
Can you imagine like a room full of people with like this kind of wit getting to tear someone apart?
Exactly.
That would be a field day.
That's our whole
Exactly.
friend group, bro.
That is
really
our friend
is.
group. That is. Do you remember when?
It is so good
I
you were
think it
not
was-
friends
do you
with us in
remember
high
when I think
school.
It was Jace who stuttered while he was trying to insult Tyler,
Yeah.
and he literally just didn't miss a bit. Tyler turned around. He was like, "You stuttered while insulting me. I bet that feels fucking embarrassing, doesn't it?" Oh my god. I'm talking about like when you're reading a script and it was like a beat. The
Right.
rest continues.
No.
There wasn't even an eighth of a beat. It was literally just
Yeah.
like I bet you immediately the processing power on that guy. He immediately turned around and went, "Ha, you stuttered while insulting me. You must feel like a bitch right now." Like it was amazing.
It was like he was waiting.
It was
for
amazing to win. Yeah, it's like he knew
Yeah.
it was gonna happen.
Yeah.
Like it
I would have a time
was
machine.
amazing.
Yeah.
It was so funny though.
It was really funny.
So, dude,
Yeah.
if you still got picked on for saying the wrong word, this podcast would have ended after episode 3.
You'd have been like,
Yeah,
sorry,
absolutely.
I'm out. I actually don't like podcasting.
Yeah.
I think I want to change.
I'm gonna
careers."
change.
Seth's the perfect person to edit because like we love this guy.
We do.
And I'm okay if you rip me to shreds. Not many people can rip me to shreds. You can.
Right.
You can say, Jim, you were looking for this word. You looked for this word for 10 fucking minutes. You Googled it and didn't find it. You're a moron. And I'm okay with that. But if like one person, I don't care if you're a huge fan and you're like, we're like, hey, say something in the comments. And you're like,
Ty.
I'm finally going to say something in the comments. Jim, you meant this word. I'd say, fuck you. Get out of my... I wouldn't, but...
You'd really want
Don't.
to though. You'd really
I'd really
to.
want... I'd think about it. But yeah, I feel like you're right in saying that like there's literally so much more to say. If we wanted to touch on some of the most hilarious moments of this season, we'd probably be here for 3 hours.
Yeah.
Let's
Let's just real quick talk about the ones that the 3 of them were in.
I'm okay with that. So in chronologically,
And if we go chronologically, it's going left to right as well.
okay. So my first episode is episode 1. Or are we starting with me? If we're starting with you.
It's gonna be a long
I
day.
don't want to do it anymore.
No, if we're starting. So
That got me.
then it was worth it.
He's so fucking stupid.
So your first episode was episode 1.
Yeah.
No, we're not doing that.
I regretted it. I regret it.
Oh,
Yeah.
is that all?
Every day.
Oh, is that it?
That's it.
No.
Okay.
I don't remember what episode you were on. Was it film?
I feel
was-
like it was like
It was film.
3.
It
What
was
episode
3.
was that?
You
Yeah.
nailed it. It was 3.
Three.
Episode
Episode
3.
Yeah.
We said,
Yes.
welcome, Mimi. You went to college for this.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. We didn't get a lot of feedback back then.
Yeah, we weren't getting a lot of
My
feedback.
roommate said that was his favorite episode for like weeks. Probably until he was on it. Up until then, he was like, I loved that episode. It was really, really
It
solid.
was the first one that we kind of like all sat down and were like, okay, this is a big thing we're gonna work towards.
Yeah.
You
Me watching
Funny
well,
games.
Funny games.
Funny
thinking
games.
that it was
Thinking it was a comedy
Comedy?
for the first 10 minutes. You're like,
But I
that's
think-
funny, that's funny.
Yeah,
This is less
I think
funny.
that one of the quotes that lives with me, because I love that film, because it's like I watched it
It's
in film
incredible.
school.
Yeah.
Like, it's just, is she gonna fuck Paul? Every time that I see like a screenshot from that film or anything, all I can think is she gonna fuck Paul?
The
You're
whole
just like,
movie.
that dog is my favorite character.
Yeah.
She's like, this dog won't shut up. And I remember because what it was, we recorded these on Snapchat, sent them to each other for
Yeah.
a little bit, and then we were like, no, we can't keep showing. What did we end up doing? We were like, no, we can't keep showing each other our reactions now. We have to do that later. I don't know what we did.
You just
But,
filmed it on Snapchat, but then
Saved it and then sent it. So I got just the juxtaposition of you going just like, man, this dog's my favorite character. It won't
Yeah,
shut up.
it
It
won't
keeps
shut up.
barking.
So
I'm
funny.
glad there's your real dog. It just keeps barking. And then the next video just
Yeah. Because the dog dies.
Yeah.
yeah.
And it
No,
gets...
the dog guys. That's the thing. Dog guys
Spoilers.
first.
Dog dies
Like
first.
a lot of movies, they're like they'll try to be like, oh,
Yeah.
are we gonna kill the dog?
I Am Legend.
Do they just disappear halfway through?
Yeah.
And we never say it.
Yeah.
Dog's first character to die in Funny
Yeah.
Games.
They let you know what's going to happen in this movie so early on.
Does the next dead character end up being their son, like their 6-year-old?
Yeah.
Is that the next one?
Yeah.
No.
Well, I mean, there's
Do
other
they
like dead bodies, but
Do they
like,
show the neighbors first?
Oh
No.
yeah.
No, but yeah, they
Dead neighbors.
Yeah, but that's a body. That's not like a kill.
It's true. That's not a kill.
You ever
Yeah,
see
you're
Kill
right.
Count?
The
Like, you
first
witness
next
the
death
dog and then
on
it's
screen.
kid.
Yeah. Well, not on screen because that's the point. But
That's the point.
off screen during screen time, that is the first death or the next death.
So that's footage.
Yeah.
Good episode. Anything else?
Really fun.
Any good quotes from that
I
episode?
just think that we gotta do another one.
Granny ass.
I want to do another film one so badly.
I feel like
Well,
having
and then
one
do
that was
old.
terrible, like one that's like a kind of deep film that like Funny Games was, when you have
Yeah.
to like look into it and the meaning and everything.
Yeah.
And then maybe if it's good, and then a
Doesn't matter if it's
god awful film.
Oh.
I feel like you always have to have a god awful one, because we went on that rant about that
The
bloody
Visit.
granny film.
Oh, great movie. Great movie.
So yeah.
Um,
I think that's all I gotta say. Just because there wasn't a lot of like interaction back then, but I definitely liked it. And it was, like I said, the moment where I was like, this is like a thing that's gonna happen and it's gonna grow, and you know.
And then a year later, we'll be right here.
Yeah.
And then we were.
Yeah.
We were right here.
Birds aren't real.
What happened to Birds Unreal?
Well, I felt very honored because that was the first, like, you had just done your first YouTube video, so I felt very honored that you
Yeah, you
allowed
were the
me
first.
on your
Okay, so you were the
second
first
one.
guest.
Yeah,
You were the
technically.
first on-screen
Guest.
visual guest.
Yeah, it also just happened because I just happened to be visiting Christian. It wasn't like, oh, we should have
Yeah.
Leah on the
We
show.
weren't set up
What
for
are you?
it.
It was really
Yeah.
kind of like, oh, Leah, what are you gonna do while I record this podcast? And I was like, I don't know. And then you were like, oh, you should be on the show. It wasn't like, oh, Mimi went to school for film, so we should have her on to comment for film.
No, it was very
Leah's
much the
going to
same
school for
reason. It was,
theater.
yeah,
We should
Mimi's
have
in
her on to
college.
comment theater.
You don't think birds are real.
Yeah.
No, there was definitely,
Yeah.
no, we need to have Leah on. We definitely had that. For, like, we're talking about conspiracies? Yeah. Leah doesn't think birds are real. That was very much a great reason to have you on, and it gave us an excellent conversation.
It
And
did give us a really
I
good
hold true
conversation.
to everything you said that.
I do as well. I also just like, I don't know, I really appreciate Seth's work on the YouTube video.
Probably-
You did a great job on that
You did
video.
a really good job.
Definitely one of my
Anytime-
favorite episodes I edited.
Anytime I'm still really mad that it's in there, but anytime I show my friends like a clip of your podcast
Yeah.
to be like, hey, you should watch this podcast, and they're like, why? And I'm like, okay, I know you don't know these guys, but you do know me, so like, here's a clip from this episode to give you an idea. It's always the break clip where like
penis
we're
cloth.
taking a break, and so
I was really proud of that.
It was
yeah,
great. It was fantastic.
brilliantly
What?
done. So
The
like,
penis cloth.
Thank you.
yeah.
Oh,
The
yeah.
penis cloth. The
So
way
really
he like.
mad that that's in there, but also it was just like really, it was still also just like really frustrating because you had just implemented that system.
Yeah. The penis cloth has died out. We stopped using. Yeah, we stopped.
Yeah, pretty
I
much
stopped.
after
We-
that episode.
Yeah.
And it's not like he did it for the episode.
No.
Yeah.
He just like that time that I decided to visit was like, oh, I should. I don't even know where I'm going.
What is it called?
It's okay. So anyway, that's why I was on the show, was because I feel like it was an afterthought, but I'm still really appreciative that I was.
It's a great episode.
And
fun.
it was really fun, and I still stand by the conspiracy theories. My favorite one is still that Australia isn't real.
To date, I still regard that as one of our best episodes, period.
Yeah, I feel like if people are like, I want to watch this podcast, but I don't know which episode to start at, I'd probably say
We'll
Birds
probably
Unreal.
we'll start doing YouTube like playlists. We can now officially have a season 1 playlist. We should also be like just starting ? Playlist.
Yeah.
And it's our best episodes.
Yeah.
And that'll definitely be on it just because I still don't think it was an afterthought. It might have been an afterthought like, oh, she's here, perfect. No. It wasn't going to be about conspiracy theories. That was the thing.
We didn't know
We're
what
gonna
it was.
record.
Yeah.
It wasn't an afterthought to have you on the show. It was like, what do we talk about? Leah's here. Oh, let's have Leah on. That's perfect. What would we talk about?
Yeah, what does Leah want to
she
talk
doesn't think
about?
birds are real, so
Had you never heard of that before I came
no,
on
I
the show?
100% had.
Oh, okay. I was like, this is a very widely
Well, like
known
you
fact.
speak your truth loudest.
Yeah,
I'm proud
because
of
it's
that.
a fact.
No, yeah, dead ass.
I can see Christian's face.
I
He's
get
just
so
like,
mad.
You don't think bald eagles exist?
I did not say that.
No!
I said,
Sorry.
I said, if we're gonna find common ground, the only way I would ever say maybe
Can I
is
just...
if it's bald eagles.
Final piece. You cannot present me with a shred of evidence to convince me that bald eagles in the United States are real, because you cannot kill them. Sure, they die naturally, but we never see it. And if there is a video or photographic evidence of a dead bald eagle, where are those people
But that
who
doesn't.
took those
But
photography?
that doesn't mean that it is fake. You can't provide any evidence that they're fake.
You can't provide any evidence that they're real.
So that's the common ground.
What
Alright,
is...
since date of recording, since we've recorded that episode,
Have you seen a dead bald
you seen
eagle?
a penguin?
Have I seen a penguin?
You've seen one penguin in person, not an
I
aquarium,
hate-
because those are real ones. They keep them there, but like wild penguin, they're not fucking kidding me.
You ever seen a penguin on your way to work?
Because you know we live in Alaska.
No, I have not seen a penguin on my way to work.
All right, cool. Glad we have that
And
established.
so, the only logical conclusion:
Why do you think we have so many movies about them?
penguins,
Birds.
happy feet, fucking CGI. That's what they were doing. They were like, we can't get the CGI on these penguins right.
So
They
let's
did
just
Happy
create a
Feet.
bunch of cartoons about them.
They
so
did
that
Happy
way
Feet, and
they
they were
get
like, we nailed
confused.
it.
I gotta go call my dad.
I'm gonna go call my dad real quick.
I still, to this day, from that episode, and this will be my final thing, it's still just very funny. I still don't understand the point that you were trying to make, but I kind of get it. Where you were like, it just kind of came out of the blue, but you were like, if I just put some bones and blood in my wife's purse,
Oh yeah.
and we were buddies, you were like, I don't think I follow. I still don't follow, and that's
I don't
okay.
know.
Like, I don't
still
know what
don't.
point you were trying to make, and that's okay. It was a
Because
point.
that's the show, isn't it? Just like here's half a point because it's better than no point.
And
I
we
don't
were
have
like,
one, so here's half.
anyways, that's all.
What was it?
Do with that what you will.
What was the point?
Who's to
I have
say?
no idea.
Yes, and
Has Seth been in an episode?
Seth has.
This is my
Christian was
first
gone, though.
time
You've never been a guest.
as
You've
a
been
guest.
co-host.
Oh, yeah.
This is your literal first time as a guest. How'd it go?
Right now?
Yeah. We talked about politics a couple times.
Yeah.
Prosecco got warm. It got real low in the middle, but I think we pulled it together.
That's how it normally goes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Typical episode.
Yeah.
I'm waiting on a pub sub.
Oh my god.
So how are you doing?
I'm pretty good. I had a pub sub earlier.
Seth,
so.
sorry the
How
fuck
was our-
up. I'm so
okay, How was our
hungry.
co-host? How was your co-hosting episode? Did you enjoy that?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
loved it.
It was good.
It was a good conversation.
I think we definitely had more to talk about.
It was very nostalgic.
By the end, we were just like
we finally
really want to
warmed
keep
up.
going. Yeah,
We were
that's
ready
it.
to
Exactly.
dive deep, and we talked about the fact that we'd love to do a second episode, and we might in season 2.
Go ahead. Seth.
Yeah, we talked about cartoons that we watched growing up.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good time.
Yeah.
I feel like that's
I don't
one
really
of
have
those-
much like
I feel like that's one of those
everything.
conversations
It was
you
great.
always have.
It was the first episode that I listened to and didn't know what the conversation was going to be, and that was pretty cool. To
That
listen
was
to
the
my
first
own,
episode you weren't on.
yeah, to listen to half of my podcast, and
Have a stroke.
have a stroke, and not know what was going to be said on. I don't want to call it my podcast, but our
It
podcast.
is.
You
No,
own
no,
it.
You could say it's yours and
And it's
mine,
yours, yeah.
And it's ours.
Yeah, on my podcast.
You can say either. They're not mutually exclusive.
That's fair.
It's my podcast.
You did actually use that right.
Sure.
You nailed it.
Yeah.
I did it. We're wrapping it up for season 1. I used a really
2 hours.
not often used term correctly.
So I
I
know
actually
you.
use that term very frequently in my
Mutually
everyday
exclusive?
life.
I know you used it right, but I don't know what it means.
It means
No, you can. I'm going to tell you.
No, you can explain it to me like
A
I'm
million
5.
times.
It's not gonna happen
not
until
gonna
I
get
get my
it.
pubs up.
okay.
Well, no, I've had it
Well,
explained
then
to
we
me a
need to
million.
wrap it so I can get you a pub sub.
I've had it explained to me for
Dude,
a million
I'm
times,
so
and I still
hungry.
don't know what mutually exclusive means. I don't know.
I'll try and do it in between shows.
Great. We'll come back later on
In season 2.
In season 2, and we'll see.
You'll know
if
what
I
it
know.
means.
We'll know what it means.
You're so.
You have a month to learn.
Hell yeah.
But I guess we're in the wrapping up.
Yeah, did you want anything? Did you have to say anything else?
No, I mean, I pretty much said everything I was going to say in the
you have a mic
episode.
in front of you, like you can. There's.
You can say anything except for.
You've done a lot of editing.
Something political or that's gonna get us canceled.
All right, guys.
Or the
I'm
C
going to
word.
do a quick rundown of some literature that I think is important. Some American literature. It's called the Articles of
Thank you guys so much for not only doing what you do in terms of the show. So far, it has been graphic design, pub sub, and editing. But thank you for being on here and saying funny words. I know that like within season 2, there will be other shows that you are on. We'll have you back on.
We'll
be back
definitely
on.
do guest stuff together.
And I do like the 5 of us. I do like
fun.
this as a unit in terms of like getting a larger conversation. It doesn't happen often. We'll do it for special occasions, maybe big holidays, because you have to celebrate with the whole team.
St.
And
Patty's
you all are an
Day.
excellent team.
St.
Patty's Day,
Part 2.
we'll all get bucked
Oh
up.
my god, that'd be
go.
hilarious.
Way
But it
more
would just
Prosecco.
be one track of
Or
just
no
pure
Prosecco.
peak,
Probably no.
and you wouldn't know who's talking when.
That's a hot percent.
I love Prosecco.
Yeah,
Me too.
we'll have your dad buy it for us this time.
All right.
Okay.
He
But
will. Like, just ask him.
I want to thank y'all, and I also want to thank. Here's the thing. I want to thank Miller and Jamie, the 2 people that donate monthly to the show and kind of keep it running both auditorily and visually. If you are able to, I keep looking at this camera. Hey guys, for real this time. Miller and Jamie, 2 lovely people that donate monthly to the show and kind of keep it running auditorily and visually. If you are able to and would like to do the same, you can go to anchor.fm/anythingbut. That is anchor.fm/anythingbut, and that'll bring you to our homepage. There will be a little support button. You can click that, and you can sign up for monthly donations of 99 cents, $4.99, or $9.99. What's up, my guy?
Is it a support button or a help button?
There,
Okay, cool.
there you go.
You can
That's
help
it.
to buy us more
callback.
prosecco.
Yeah, buy us more Prosecco, honestly.
I'll drink half of it.
Half of one glass.
Yeah, half
There's
of one
still-
glass, not half of the bottle.
Yeah, well, when you go back for the rest of the episodes we're filming today, you'll go back with this. But I also want to say that there's a link in the description of this episode for our PayPal as well, because we have that if you don't want to do the monthly subscription thing. I want to thank. There's a new group to thank. This is what we're going to start doing now. We're going to thank Miller and Jamie, and before I thank you for watching, you lovely people, we're going to start thanking the production company. So I want to thank Salty Sloth Productions for getting this set and putting some cameras on us. They're great. They're fantastic.
They are
You'll be
great.
hearing their name a lot more often, and they're good people. So there will also be links and stuff. I don't know which yet. We've yet to talk about a lot of things, but that's the way we kind of do business. So last group I want to thank. What's up, dog?
Thanks to Primordic Studios for letting us film here.
I want to thank Primordic Studios for letting us sit in this room for 4 hours trying to figure out how the fuck to run a podcast, and also just use the space because they're very gracious for doing so, and we thank them, and we hope that we can continue a relationship with them. We'll see. What's up? Anything could happen. And then lastly, bye everyone. No. No, lastly, of course, thank you everyone for watching. If you watched one episode of the season, this counts as the season, so if you watched this episode, if you're listening to this, thank you for watching. It means the world.
It does.
You're part of the reason we keep doing this. The other reason is our own egos. We love you so much. And we
Watch The King's Court. We're not taking a break in August, so.
will only have 2 episodes come out. What?
Yeah, you're right.
That's true.
What are we doing as an outro? Are we gonna dance?
We're
We're
not
not.
dancing.
We danced during the outro.
Right, but this is an outro into season 2, so we don't have to dance.
We have to play the music. How's the episode going to end if not music?
If you
Oh, you gonna clap?
If you
We
play,
could, like clap.
we'll clap it out. If you play the music, I'm going to call my dad while we play the music.
But out in the hallway?
I don't know.
Or are you
Maybe I'll
threatening
call
to
my
call your
dad.
dad
I'm
right
gonna call
now?
my dad right here.
Thank you guys
That'd be
so
really
much for
funny.
watching. We'll see you for the first time. We'll see you in a month for season 2 of Anything But Politics. We love you guys, and we will see you then. Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.
Woo!
Okay.
What the
Get the
fuck was
18
that?
on.
It's a kazoo. It's a kazoo.
A kazoo?
Or not a kazoo. What are those? What are the party things? Cardi B. Party poppers. Not party poppers.